So, last time on Dungeons and Dragons.
Not Thursdays.
DTM, not Thursdays. That's correct. Oh, this needs to be a size bigger, too.
Do you want me to do the recap for you, Fuzzy? Because you sound tired.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Do the recap for me, buddy.
Dun, 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 dun. Last time, our heroes encountered the horrible gears of bureaucracy. The party met up in the administration building, where they were told that there was a big meeting they had to go to. Entering the room, the party encountered a zone of truth, and were asked one by one, "Do you consent to this spell?" In which case, they all
Consent
said
is
yes.
important.
What's up? Sorry, I can't do it in the Clone Wars narrator voice, okay? Anyway, our heroes then decided to tell the truth, and then, as we were getting grilled by a bunch of questions, Arthur Ogerfort, the Ring of Brass, the Ring of Gold, and all the other rings figured out that we were not the cause of the issue. Evidence was turned in as Nox showed proof of uh, devilish runes were used to teleport in most of the armies and spies. Dean Hollow and the assistant dean of necromancy were both implicated in the mess that occurred in the arboretum.
Both
the
dead.
heroes. What's up?
Both dead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get to that part. Then Asterion also turned in some evidence along with a headshot and gave an autograph with headshot to Arthur Ogerfort. Arthur then asked a few more questions before one of the members, I think his name was Russell, asked some pretty. What's that?
Russell
asked some suspiciously worded questions, enough to cause Asterion to cast detect thoughts on him. And upon realizing that the man had backroom dealings with the traitors, proceeded to use his telepathy after rolling I believe, a 21 on that check, managed to, through his mind, broadcast the thoughts that he discovered, exposing Russell for his treachery, and he was swiftly taken away and arrested. Arthur Ogerfort then proceeded to reward the party with 60k worth of gold per person. I cannot emphasize that enough because we have had questions on that. Per person, everybody got 60k of gold, along with a reward of their choosing that they asked for. After that, the party went their separate ways. Some choosing to go spend time with their family, others go set stuff on fire with the dragons, and we got to see the result of Scion's mom and dad bedroom action in a bed because that was promptly set on fire by said dragons. And that is where we left our heroes.
Sorry, damn it! I just thought of what Ethan could want. Oh, damn, it's too late.
We'll get to that in a second, but first of all, 10 Hero Punch, that excellent recap, and what were you thinking?
Sorry, the thought I had is, can I get climbing claws and just turn into Kip again? Just climbing on walls and shit?
No.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Are you going to develop cannibal tendencies too while you're at it? Snack on dead bodies?
Never a cannibal. He did not eat people, he just bit their faces off.
Is there anything of particular loot-wise that the maker of Bad Rolls Unfrozen is interested in? Because I don't know if Karuk got anything.
I don't even remember the 60k things.
Hence the fact that I'm asking if there's any loot you were interested in.
So
I remember Karuk did ask for stuff. He asked for information on a Chaos Beast, and you gave him that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can thank my wonderful memory, guys.
Thank
I try
you.
to keep track of everything.
Yeah, that was a thing.
What you learned from Arthur Ogerfort about the Chaos Beast is if it takes a certain kind of damage, the next turn it will be immune to that damage. So you can't just keep using piercing because, well, it gains immunity.
Not necessarily the next turn, but it gains a limited immunity. So it might last longer than a turn. Who knows?
Yes, but it is an important detail you obtained information-wise about the Chaos. And that is the only thing I recall you asking. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Okay. In that case, what that brings us to is 1 week of downtime as you all traverse the astral plane. During this time, you can get basically 2 weeks worth of work done as the need to sleep, rest, eat, drink, etc. dissipates, which leaves you an ample amount of free time.
Mm.
Fuzzy,
Mhm.
could the first thing I address be my nines? Do I need to re-roll those with lucky in order
Most
to learn
assuredly.
fireball? Okay. I will use a luck point to um re-roll that. Let me deduct that from my inventory. There we go. One more arcana check. Oh, come on. Wait, wouldn't it be advantage because of
Yes.
yeah, I forgot about that one. Let me roll one more time.
That'll do. There you go. You learn
Hey,
fireball.
I can add fireball to my spell slot. While you're on me, Fuzzy, may I go visit Arthur Ogerford and ask if he has any advice to further my research in ice magic specifically?
Ice Matt. I fuck birds. I'm up here. That's right, I live in the back of the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Walker
You
is now
want
smart
to
enough
do
to
research
see
on
this.
ice magic? Ah,
Um, I'm going
evocation,
to show Arthur
aberrations.
Ogerfort my notes that I've collected so
Hmm.
far from that one fragment of Lenormand ice that I previously researched.
Okay. Over the course of a couple of hours of you exchanging notes and debating back and forth, um, you're going to leave there with, I would say, 10 more hours worth of research done
Okay,
for
let
your.
me write that down. 10 hours of ice magic research. Simmons, are you here? This is kind of important to you.
Sims is here.
Okay, I was gonna ask because I'm planning to try and make your crossbow fuzzy with the time I have. Would I be able to make his crossbow? Because he said I have to enchant, create a ring of enlarge and reduce,
Hmm.
and also just make a crossbow from scratch. And then I also have to ask Simmons, what kind of crossbow is it? Like just a hand crossbow, heavy, light?
Heavy crossbow.
Okay, so a heavy crossbow. Fuzzy, what kind of damage did you want it to deal with? Because remember, it turns the arrow into a ballista bolt. So I guess whatever a ballista would deal damage wise.
Maybe. Let me look up how much damage it does real quick.
Okay. Would it still have the standard range of a heavy crossbow? I'm looking up stats
Yes.
right now
Yes,
too.
it would.
Okay. Uh, items, weapons.
Well, I was hoping if possible to make it like a holy crossbow, to where it would do like radiant damage.
So that
You
bow
could
would
dip your
weigh.
arrows in holy water.
Yeah, that way you could
That wouldn't work that
specialize.
way. It wouldn't
Okay,
Oh.
do.
then.
It wouldn't do radiant damage from dipped in holy water.
Well, wait,
But
Fuzzy, could you use the ceremony spell on the arrows?
no.
Okay.
Well, I guess you could, but it wouldn't do radiant damage.
Okay.
But what you can do is while you're crafting the crossbow, have if Lipton donates his week, or a week of time, he can cast uh
Smite on it?
There's a
I don't know.
paladin.
ability that gives you like radiant damage. to all
Well,
your
a bunch
weapon
of. I'm
types.
trying to figure out which spell would be appropriate. That's all.
Let me
I
pull
say
up the
divine
paladin
favor.
class.
Once a day.
Yeah.
Well,
If you cast
I'm
a
already on
higher,
a.
depending on what level you cast, it will depend on how much damage it does.
Well, couldn't I also get Lipton's God involved? Because I'm on. Don't I know Moradin at this point too?
He's busy.
Okay. I tried Simmons.
No, I'm here. It's just I'm not having the noise be too bothersome.
I'd
No,
say
you're
if you
good.
cast divine favor, uh, at 4th level every day for a week while this is being crafted, it will do an additional D10 of radiant damage.
Oh, yeah, that's doable.
Fuzzy, just to clarify, I'm also typing up the stats now. Heavy crossbow,
Okay.
18 pounds, 100 by 400 range.
Mm-hmm.
Is this going to be considered a magical weapon? Plus
Yes,
one
it
or plus
is.
two?
It is going to be a +1 magical weapon.
Okay.
I need a crafting check too.
Yeah. No. I'm just typing out the stats right now 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And you said 1d10 radiant damage added onto that?
It's gonna do 3d10 piercing damage and 1d10 radiant.
3d10 piercing damage.
It has
Okay.
loading property, obviously.
Okay. Okay. Heavy crossbow weighs 18 pounds, 100 by 400 range, magic weapon +1, 3d10 piercing damage plus, and 1d10 radiant damage. Loading property. Am I missing anything else, you think?
Deals 4x damage against structures.
Oh, so siege weapon properties?
Yep.
Okay. Siege.
It shoots a ballista bolt. It.
Vortex.
Go to soon because I just don't have good go in me yet.
You said against buildings?
Against structures.
Okay. Just making sure my notes are accurate. Okay, an advantage because I have a full workshop to work with, don't I?
Yep.
Okay, now
Oh, excuse me.
break
Hey,
it down
Bernard.
for me, Fuzzy. How much is this going to cost material wise? Because I got to determine cost as well before I craft this thing.
It's gonna cost you 50 for the ring.
50
gold.
50 gold? Okay.
But you can probably make one with a crafting check for less, but that will eat up into your available time. So 50 gold for the ring.
Mm-hmm. It's a heavy crossbow. What do you? Well, Simmons, I guess this is more directed to you. Do you want this custom made, or could I just make it? Take an old heavy crossbow and like retrofit it. You know what I mean?
If you want it to be magical, it's gonna have to be custom made.
Okay, custom made. I guess what material would Simmons want it to be? Adamantium, mithril, or ironwood? If I can get a hold of some, I don't know.
Excuse me.
Probably mithril.
Mithril? Okay. So Fuzzy, you said 1 ingot of gold costs, or I mean, 1 ingot of mithril costs 1,000. So how many ingots do you think to make it out of mithril?
I'd probably
Like
say
3, 2,
3.
3. Okay.
Welcome back to your bag.
So
Hey,
Hi.
I'm rolling.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna roll initiative real quick, Fuzzy.
What for?
Oh, did no one roll initiative or?
This is the old
No
combat.
combat.
in combat.
That's my
This is
bad. I'm
downtime.
sorry.
No, you're good. Right now I'm literally crafting
Gwen is ready to fight some
ballista,
shit.
a portable ballista for Simmons right now is what I'm crafting. If you want to join me,
Okay.
maybe that would get crafting time down. So 3,050 for the whole thing. Do I gotta add any other things, Fuzzy, aside from the ring
Oh
and the
yeah, it's
crossbow?
5,000. It would cost 5,000 to enchant the ring, so 2,500 to do it yourself.
Okay, so plus
Do you have the
25K.
enlarged reduced spell?
No, but I am willing to learn it.
Okay, you'd have to find a scroll, which will cost you 50, 100, 200, 200 gold.
Okay.
And then you need to make an
can I-
Arcana check.
Okay, so first off, you said it'd be. Okay, so let me clear my numbers out. It was 50 for the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Was 3,000 for material.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3,050. I decide I want to save Simmons some money,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm gonna learn the spell and
enchant it yourself.
Yep. So let me subtract the gold out of my thing. Bup it up. And you said Arcana check at advantage.
Mm-hmm. To learn the
Okay.
spell. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, let me add that spell to my list because I need to keep track. You said it's called Enlarge and Reduce.
Enlarge, reduce. Yep, enlarge / reduce.
Okay, add that. So, Simmons, instead of charging you 25K for the enchanting that ring, I'm only going to charge you 200 I had to spend for getting that scroll. So I'm going to add that to the cost, just to clarify, okay? So let's see, 250 plus. Okay. Anything else I would need to spend on material wise to craft this thing, Fuzzy?
Did you add the 2,500 to enchant the ring?
20. Couldn't I enchant the ring myself now?
That's the cost to enchant the ring yourself. It costs 2,500 in like materials to complete the ritual to permanently enchant the ring.
Okay, so I would not get it. So I'd still have to charge Simmons 25K just material wise.
Just
to
for the
even
ring,
enchant
yeah.
it myself.
Just to enchant it yourself. Yeah, it costs 5,000 to get the ring already enchanted.
Okay, I gotcha. So 3,250 plus 25K is what I got. Any other material things I need to buy for this thing now?
I'd probably say.
What if I want to throw on a nice scope for Simmons? Just in case Simmons wants it. Like if he wants a scope on his heavy crossbow or something, you know.
I'm trying to figure out if we'll have enough time. Because it basically takes like 8 hours a day for a week to make the crossbow, and then the same amount to enchant the ring. So I don't know if you'll have time.
Okay, well, I'm just making sure Simmons gets all that he wants, because once I craft this thing, I can't exactly remodify it. So, Simmons.
You can add a scope to it later.
Okay. Simmons, is there anything else you want to add onto your crossbow? Because I need to know.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Let's see. 28,250. This probably would have cost a lot more if he asked somebody else to make it. I imagine so, right, Fuzzy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tack on 250 just for me to actually for my time and labor. 250 for all that. So 28,500 gold is how much it would cost you, Simmons. That's my invoice.
How much?
The total price is 28,500 gold. And that's just to like cover materials. You're only paying like 250 for labor for the entire thing, which I think is a pretty good deal.
Cool. I'm gonna give you 30,000 as a tip.
Oh, thank you, sir. Okay. So I guess withdraw or remove 30,000 gold, and then I have to make crafting checks and use lucky in case this thing goes south. So, Fuzzy, what kind of tools do you want me to use? Blacksmithing, gunsmithing, smith tools, tinker tools?
I'd say blacksmithing.
Okay, roll with advantage because I have a full workshop.
Mhm.
Smith tools. It's a
Ooh,
15.
that's
Do I
not
need to
great.
re-roll lucky?
Yes, you do.
All right. I'm gonna use my 2 luck points because I want to roll with advantage. Try and get that 30 for him. So I'm gonna roll advantage again, Fuzzy, because I'm
Mhm.
doing 2 more times lucky,
You only
and I'm
need
out
one.
of
You
luck
have
points.
the.
You only need one more
Yeah.
lucky point to roll at advantage.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, my bad.
22 will do you.
Okay, Simmons. Da 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 da. Knock works through the night. He doesn't need sleep. Sleep's overrated.
Through the
Yeah.
week.
Okay, so I add 1,500 to my gold reserves. And I posted the stats in the chat. It's I'll DM it to you on Discord as well. Okay. Anybody else need anything specially crafted? Not can enchant stuff now. Whoopee.
Can I have my moonblade?
I mean, that's a
I'm just kidding.
legendary item. I don't think I can craft that kind of stuff yet. I don't know.
Not
Nah.
yet.
No. I was just kidding. I don't want it back. I'm over it. It's lost.
It doesn't sound like you're very over it then with that last part.
Look, man, we all deal with pain and loss in different ways.
I mean,
I feel that.
after this, I guess we go back to Tudabug so she can roll her loop thing, Fuzzy.
Yep.
I do. I
Okay.
want to do a thing with her as well.
Okay, before you do anything of that, she wasn't here last week. So, first of all, if you haven't already, Tudabug, add 60,000 gold to your character sheet.
Okay.
60.
And then 60K gold. One of the other things was Arthur Ogerford. I mean, you missed the recap, but basically, we defeated the bad guys, got interviewed by the bureaucracy, explained that we were not the guys who caused the issue, but instead resolved the issue. And then Arthur
Mhm.
Ogerford asked if we wanted any additional rewards on top of the 60K of gold. Some people asked for information, some people asked for magic items, some asked for a magic scroll. Arthur Overfort's now asking you, what do you want?
Yep.
I can't really think of anything.
I mean,
Yeah, so
you
that
want to
was
hang
my
out with the
problem
dragon
too.
or something? I don't know.
Oh, God, excuse me.
I'm trying to find my gold, but but I can't find it.
It should be under your attacks and spell casting.
Above your items.
Mm-hmm.
Should be a couple little bars like CP, SP, EP, GP.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Bug, do you have your character sheet open?
Yeah.
Tune into my screen right now. I'm streaming on Discord so you can see.
Okay.
Are you on the stream watching what I'm
Mhm.
doing?
Yep.
Okay. Click on my character sheet. Right here. See where my mouse is?
Oh, I see it now.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And then put a period in front of whatever your gold is because it will charge weight on your character sheet for that for some reason.
Yep.
Fuzzy
Okay.
has no way to turn that off. So you just put a period in front of whatever your number of gold is, okay?
Mhm. Okay. So it's 60,000 gold pieces.
Yep.
Correct.
Just add that to whatever you have right now.
Okay, got it.
So there's no items you're interested in, no upgrades, no nothing.
Get us
Nothing
a
I can think
house.
of.
No. Get us a horse. No. Get us a bomb.
No.
Yes.
It's
Well,
called
Mary,
Fireball. We have bombs. Just chill.
It's called
Mary, is there
Fireball.
any spell you would probably want to learn? I don't know if you're a spellcaster or not, but he could
I'm
give you
not.
magic scrolls too.
Ethan, what?
What's your armor like?
My armor class right now is 20.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
Sounds like full plate. Full plate and a
Yeah.
shield. Oh no, just full.
I guess you could
Plate and
ask
a shield.
Arthur Ogrefort if you have an elven shirt, because I would add a +1 to your AC, and it wouldn't count as armor.
You can modify your shield in certain ways.
You could proof your armor as well.
Yeah. Shit, you got 6k.
Yeah, you could ask for not an elven shirt, but elven chain. You just gain a +1 bonus to AC while wear this armor. You're considered, this is armor? I thought this was a shirt.
Yeah, if you get Elven Chain, proof your armor for 1,000 gold, and proof your shield for 1,000 gold, that'll increase your armor class by 3.
Hmm.
I mean,
That's
I'm
huge.
pretty busy right now, unfortunately, crafting wise, so I probably won't be able to help you with that.
She's a blacksmith.
Is there a way I can get something to enchant my armor?
Of course.
You could have your armor enchanted. I don't think you could do
Yeah,
it
that's what I
yourself,
mean.
but yeah, what would you like it enchanted with? Like, what are you thinking? What's your power fantasy? Let's see what we can whip up.
Enchant it with counterspell. Anything hits the armor, like say heat metal, just counterspells that any effect on your armor.
No.
Is that a thing? You can make your armor magic resistant? I don't think you can.
No.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think that's a thing.
I mean, what other thing could you do with your armor?
Do what I did and get your
She could
AC up.
enchant it with Misty Step, couldn't she? So that she gets 1 free cast of Misty Step per day or something.
Yeah, that could be. I can see
Yeah,
that.
she does have a movement issue. No, she's a fighter, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's also a gnome, so she's only got 25 feet of movement instead of 30.
I'm just gonna look up different armor enchantments real quick.
Go for it. We will come back to you
Test
shortly
the
then.
Discord. The armor's compendium.
Yeah, you look some stuff up, do some thinking, and we'll come back to you then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I wanted to do with Bryn
Mhm.
is I know she's a blacksmith, and we talked about a little bit of making, now that she's bigger, if we need some adamantium plate armor, not just chain armor.
You want to
Dragon skin.
make your dragon any plate armor.
Oh God.
Let me get this straight. You want your dragon to have adamantium plate armor.
Or chain armor. I think chain armor would be a little bit lighter. Because now it's just regular chain armor. I don't
Well,
think
I'm gonna say you can't make chain armor out of adamantium.
Oh, well, the
What
plate
about
armor.
mithril?
Plate armor's too expensive. There is no way.
Oh, maybe. I mean, oh
I mean,
God, how much would that
it's
even
1,000.
cost?
It'd be 1,000 an ingot, and then the creature is large.
No,
It takes up
hold
a.
on, hold
No,
on.
she is huge.
She's huge.
Oh.
So
Why not just keep it with the aesthetic and just do scale mail?
Maybe.
Addy
Proof of
plate would
scales.
probably cost like 35K.
Yeah. Go ahead and delete that. Scratch.
36K, sorry.
She got legendary resistance. She'll be alright.
Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to, if you can, look up the adult Red Dragon stat block and add in its legendary actions and resistances to
Already did.
Okay.
Yeah. She is a beefy girl.
I was baked earlier and I forgot to do that.
No, I took care of it. I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
Okay.
Okay, I think I found something interesting.
Okay, hit me.
Invulnerability.
I found it too.
Don't we all?
And what does that say?
You have
It gives you resistance to non-magical damage, and for 10, there's a action where you get for 10 minutes you get
She can talk.
immunity to
Let her
non-magical
talk.
damage.
Boy, sit
Sorry.
down. Mary,
Yeah,
would you like to explain what that is?
he already did.
I wasn't paying attention.
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear a thing.
literally, I was just scrolling through it and
You're
I saw it. I was
excited.
like, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
You have resistance to non-magical damage while you wear the armor. And if you use an action to make yourself immune to non-magical damage for 10 minutes or until you're no longer wearing the armor. Once this special action is used, it can't be used until the next dawn.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good, actually.
It says it requires attunement, which
Mhm.
I'm not exactly sure what that means.
So attunement basically means a lot of magic items are like you can't just put the magic item on and hey, you can use this magic ability. You kind of got to like use it in battle or like meditate on it for like a couple of hours, and then after that you're
Short rest,
attuned to it.
basically.
Over a
Yeah.
short rest. Yeah.
And then basically you can use it, but you can only have a certain amount of items you can be attuned to, which Fuzzy has a whole page because it's a little he used I think a
3.5.
3.35
Yep.
attunement sheet instead.
Okay.
I'm
So is that okay, Fuzzy?
gonna say no.
Okay, that's fine.
I can give you the resistance to all non-magical damage. Excuse me, and I can give you invulnerability for 5 rounds, but not 10 minutes.
10 minutes is disgusting.
Yeah, 10 minutes is 100 rounds. This will give you invulnerability for 5 rounds.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
What's that spell?
Buck. Arthur Ogreford's going to handle this himself. It's a 9th level spell, invulnerability.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Well, sweet cheeks, you know the right person to ask. I got this for you.
All right, on your bingo sheets, gentlemen, who put Invincible Bryn for their bingo sheets?
Dude, I had that on like day one. Like,
Wicked play, Mary. I applaud your creativity because I never would have seen that coming.
I sure as fuck didn't.
Hmm.
Alright, so Arthur Ogreford's going to take care of that over the next few days for you. So you can go ahead and add that to your character sheet.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Barb, did you want to ask Bryn to commission Addy full plate for your dragon?
No, that's too expensive.
That's fair. Did you want to maybe get a different type of full plate for your dragon? Or a different type of armor for your dragon that would cost significantly less?
Yeah, probably. Well, see the cost of just like a regular plate armor for a dragon.
Regular plate for a dragon. What does regular plate cost? 1,500?
Tinted red.
I'm gonna look that up for you, Fuzzy, because I'm on the thing.
Mhm.
So give me a moment.
I think it
No
costs
black.
15 or
Armor, it
1800.
costs 1,500 gold pieces for
1500, yeah.
plate.
So, what's that times 8? 8, 8, 5, 4, 12. So that'd be 12,000 gold.
I can front that from Cade's stash.
Okay. Well, actually, that would be if you bought it. To make it would cost 6,000. So, Bryn, it would cost 6,000. For you, it will cost 12. So you two can debate how much money Bryn wants to make off of you.
I'll throw in a Orc Splitter sword.
Throw in a what?
The
Orc Splitter sword.
Orc Splitter. It's a great sword.
The dwarven sword he got last time from the Arboretum.
Gotcha.
Fucks up orcs. You can insta kill an orc. I'll just throw it in anyway, regardless. How much? You say an extra 2,000, just straight to you. So total cost would be 8k plus the sword I'll give you.
What do you think, Bryn?
Mary,
works.
you're about to make bank on this dude.
I said that works.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
cool.
Roll me a crafting check, Bryn.
Crafting check.
Would she be able to use my workshop so she gets advantage on that?
Absolutely.
So roll with advantage, Bryn, because I have a fully stocked workshop under the house.
Okay.
Sorry,
And
it's an axe.
it'd be her blacksmithing tools with advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Bryn, on your character sheet, just hit advantage and then click on the blacksmithing. It should roll with advantage.
Blacksmithing.
You want me to show
You
you
mean
on
my
my character
smithing
sheet?
tools?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not allowing me to click on it.
What's your? Hang on, Mary. Look on my screen. I'll show you what's probably going on because it's probably on cue. Are you watching my stream right now, Mary?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so blacksmithing tools. Where is it? Oh, it's Smith tools. So hit that little gear. It'll say
Mm-hmm.
make sure it's on proficient or expertise in your case. I don't know, but then
Yeah.
attribute. Sometimes it'll be query attribute. Ask Fuzzy what modifier he wants you to use because then you should be able to click on it and just use it. I use intelligence on Smith tools. I don't know if it's going to be different for you or not. Okay.
Fuzzy,
Dex or intelligence,
which one do
whichever's
you?
higher.
Dexterity or intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, you're going to click on that gear and then click it on dexterity or intelligence, whichever you like. And then if you're still watching my screen, up top you have advantage, disadvantage, and normal. You're going to hit advantage before you click on your tools, so that way you can roll with advantage. Or just roll it twice if you
Got it. I got
want
it.
to. It's an 18, Fuzzy.
That'll do. That will do. So over the course of 4 relatively sleepless, busy days, you are able to craft plate armor that is quite becoming of Aphrodite, the beautiful dragon.
What would it add to the AC?
Oh, excuse me.
So natural armor
What's his dex modifier?
is 0.
Oh shit, this can get added plus 8.
What are we doing? We just
Wait, it's a plus
Plus
8?
8, that's right.
Holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine armor. Aphrodite will speak up. Thank you for the armor, my dear. This will look great with my new gemstone. And you see, so I secretly gave you a black star sapphire to put in the chest piece.
Mm.
Hmm.
The one I stole from the room that nobody knew about. Until now.
Until now. Okay. Beautiful. Kip. Mosquito. Evan. That's who you are.
Yes. You're fine.
Again,
I had to work my way
Got
through
it.
the list.
I still get used to, I still keep like expecting to get called Kip all the time,
Mhm.
so I don't mind at all.
You have a week
It's okay,
of
Daryl calls
downtime
himself
while you guys are
Slugman.
traversing the astral sea. What do you want to do?
Okay. So I've been putting a lot of thought into it and including doing some research
Mhm.
on how much it costs to hire and stuff,
Mhm.
and training and all that. How much did it cost for what do you call Brian? What do they call you here? Ghost Rock, right?
Knock. They call me Knock.
I forgot your character's name for a second. I don't know why.
Yeah, that sounds
Knock.
about right. This is perfect, actually, in character. Have your character forget my name because I forgot about you. Remember?
That's the thing, though, because that's not in his character. He's the one that's constantly getting forgotten. He's always the one remembering that he gets forgotten, you know. But moving on, enough character development for the moment. How much did it cost you to hire maids?
Oh,
It
so
was
Jesus.
1,000. Well, here's the thing. It's 5 golds a year, but then I asked for like trained maids. Like these guys are assassins. Like if somebody comes into our house and fucks shit up, they're gonna get fucked and bad. Um, but then I'm also not a douchebag, so they also have like a full benefits package, like retirement and all that. Basically, it was I forget, but it was like 5 gold a year, I think was the
5 gold
price.
a month.
5 gold a month.
So 60 a year.
So
So
60
it's-
gold a year, and then I did it for like 10 years, I think is what I got them on.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's basically how it works, Eric.
See, because I'm a doctor, but all doctors need nurses, right? And what's it called? I basically want to hire someone as a what's it called, like a heal bot, like or what's it called?
Assistant nurse.
Assistant nurse, whatever. Yeah, but like someone who stays out of combat and will just patch us up if I'm not able to patch us up, or if I'm unconscious, you know, and can't patch us
Medic.
up. You know, I want to
a
hire a medic.
hireling.
Uh,
Mhm.
yes, but specifically, I want to at least like start the process of teaching this person myself. Because in Ethan's case, he doesn't use magic or anything like that, like the other healers does. He does, you know, surgery and blah blah blah
Mhm.
blah with like, you know, as close to modern medical practices as he can get, right?
Mhm.
And the other thing is, since they're basically going to be following us right up into like the brink of combat, I need someone who's really good at hiding, right?
Mhm.
So I was specifically asked if I could hire a gnome, I guess either a maid or
Gnome
servant
cleric?
or whatever. I guess I was looking more for, because that's the thing, because Kip doesn't, or Ethan doesn't know magic, so it's going to be just magic or not. I don't. Clerics do magic, right?
Mhm.
They get their magic from a divine deity, celestial demons, or no, that's warlock. Usually a divine deity for a cleric.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was looking for a gnome or halfling maid servant, whatever that Ethan can spend the course of 2 weeks, most of the 2 weeks, training up to be at least decent in patching people up through his own methods, which is surgery and bandages and hugs and kisses and all that.
Mhm. 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 For how long?
I was gonna say for most of 2 weeks, because he also wants to see if he can find a ring of telekinesis.
Well, no, I think he means how long are you hiring them, contract wise?
How long am I hiring them?
Mhm.
Uh
life.
Well, because eventually he plans to establish his own practice. It's less like what's it called, hiring, and more like trying to have someone become part of his what's it called, an estate, I guess, or like part of
Your
His
practice.
practice.
yeah, I guess this a practice, yeah. But he doesn't have one yet, so it's yeah. That's where I got confused about that part. Or I should say, where I wasn't too sure about how long or how much.
I'm gonna need a how long before I can give you a price, but I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
Otherwise,
say I was gonna say at least a year, because that would hopefully be how long it takes to establish an actual practice with a place to stay and everything.
Okay, and then another question you're gonna have to answer because I had to answer the same. Are you gonna be like just paying them, or like are you giving them benefits like insurance and stuff? Because I did full insurance and
That's the
retirement.
idea. That's the idea, right? Because yours are for like your house, right? They're gonna be there for for a long time, right? That's the idea that I had in mind with this. Except because I don't have a house, it'd basically be like more like a traveling companion or stuff. But I'd still be paying them for, insurance and retirement and all that stuff, right?
okay.
I'm trying to like the prelude to setting up a practice, but since I don't have one, it's like I want to keep them for the rest of their life, basically, because they're going to be establishing their own or whatever,
Mm-hmm. We'll start with the basis of 1 year
Mm-hmm.
for a skilled non-combatant that's willing to travel is going to cost you.
That's the thing. They're not skilled. I want to train them.
So
It's going to
basically,
take
like
more
an
than 2
apprenticeship.
weeks for you to train someone to
That's
do anything medically.
I know that's the point. It's supposed to be someone that I will train
Oh,
along the way.
okay. Gotcha.
And I want to hire an apprentice. I guess that's probably the best way to put it.
Well, in this case, wouldn't he be making money instead of, what is it called?
I have to give them incentive to, because I'm choosing the person, right? I have to give them incentive to want to follow me into danger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not, if there's more incentive in, oh, I'm going to teach you magic than it is, I'm going to teach you how to put someone back together with your bare hands and some sharp, pointy needles,
With insurance, willing to travel, 150 gold pieces for a year.
For a year. Okay. That's actually a lot better than I was expecting, and actually, it's about what I expected, translating from modern money, or I guess from medieval money. Okay, yes, I would very much like to do that.
Okay.
And I would also like to see if I can acquire a ring of telekinesis and a spool of. Am I able to get wire made out of metal, or is that too
Yes.
fine for?
You can
Okay.
you can manage that.
Uh,
What are you thinking?
a spool of very, very strong and very, very sharp wire.
Okay.
I don't
That
know
worries
what
me.
type of metal that would be out of.
Like
That's
garrote
why I
wire,
want to
like
throw it.
piano wire.
Yeah, but like a spool of it, as in like it extends for
Well, I guess the next question probably may ask how many feet of this wire.
Yeah, I gotta pee. I'll be right back. You think this through. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I will. A spool of wire, or at least two spools of wire, each about, let's say, 6 feet. Or let's say 5 feet, just because that's attacking range or melee distance.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh. Hello.
Welcome
what's up,
back,
bro?
Asterion.
Hello.
That?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yep.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you
So,
a second ago, but now we can.
recap, basically, we're taking care of some stuff. We have like a week of downtime. I think 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yep.
2 weeks. 2 weeks of downtime, but because we're in the astral sea, we don't get hungry, sleepy, etc., etc. So technically, we have more time to do stuff. Basic recap: Mary, Unfrozen, and my brother got reward stuff that they didn't get taken care of last time. Fuzzy went to go take a piss, and I made a ballista crossbow for Simmons. Learned the enlarge and reduce spell. Um, Mary got a armor of invulnerability, which Arthur Ogerfor is making for her, to where she has the 9th level spell invulnerability for 5 rounds on her armor set. Pretty broken. I think you should look it up, but I'm very proud of Mary for that creativity.
Like, is it an
Effergy,
actual thing?
look up the 9th
Yeah,
level
it's
spell invulnerability on the wizard
Oh,
spell list, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. And then
it got
Effergy got a
nerfed
full
from
set
the
of
original.
yeah. So instead of lasting for 10 rounds and requiring concentration, she can use that
No,
spell with her
Brian,
armor.
it's not 12 rounds or
Okay,
10
I'm back.
rounds. It's
Sorry.
10 minutes.
Or 10
That's
minutes, but
that's
yeah,
got nerfed from 10 from 100 rounds to 5 rounds.
yeah,
Hey, if
basically.
anyone can last more than 2 rounds, you get my seal of approval.
well,
Remember, if it lasts more than 4 hours.
that's definitely a 9th level spell, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But basically, that spell will last
But,
on Mary's armor for 5 rounds of combat.
And then she also
She
just
gets-
has flat magic resistance to non-magical attacks, I think, right?
Yep.
Only for the duration of the spell, right?
No.
Or
No, that's just
Okay.
standard.
I wonder
Okay.
how that works for things that like require spell saves and like say you're trapped in a room with poison gas, like you're not taking damage from the Huh.
Well, actually, good question. Yeah, is it non-magical poison? So then, is that resistance to that too? Then I wouldn't think so because it seems like it's non-magical damage from like physical sources, I guess, but it doesn't cover your mouth or doesn't have a gas
Oh.
mask or whatever. You know.
She's resistant to non-magical. Forces,
I just got to make sure I don't accidentally give Fuzzy ideas.
Mm-hmm.
or is it magical?
Please don't.
That's
Shut up.
something I
Shut
do
up.
magic.
Bryn has resistance to non-magical damage.
That's yep.
Yes,
We
that
will
is
shut up
that
before we expose our thoughts.
that
Oh,
is the
non-magical.
only thing we were talking about and nothing
Yep.
Hey, is
else.
that a
Yes.
permanent thing or is
That's
that?
a permanent thing.
Yep.
Just to let you guys know, Max is fighting sleep a lot lately, so I might have to jump off to kind of help with that. So I'll listen in to the game and use my phone to kind of like type things that I would say. Just want to give you the heads up. He's been like yesterday. We had to put him in bed with us until he settled until I could move him. So I'm hoping
Okay.
we don't have to.
I'll keep an eye on the chat for you in case everyone else is doing other things.
Oh, thank you. And
It
I
shouldn't
will
be.
tell.
It shouldn't. Sorry.
Nope, I was just. I'll tell you before I jump off. But you know.
Gotcha.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I was just gonna say it shouldn't be too much of a problem because it sounds like this session is mostly, yeah, downtime stuff. So there
For
won't be
now.
much. Yeah.
Right
Okay.
now it is, but I don't think later on it's going to be.
Oh yeah, we're gonna flash forward to the end of the 2 weeks.
Yep. So, spool of wire and what else?
Sorry. So I thought it over more. 2 spools of wire, about 5 feet each.
Okay.
And then I would also like if I would like to see if I can buy or if I guess Nock can enchant a ring of telekinesis.
He doesn't have the time, unfortunately.
Yeah. Out of the 2 weeks, Fuzzy, how much of that has already been eaten up?
Hmm.
I heard 8 hours and then 10 hours and then something else. I just wasn't sure if I misheard that or not.
No, you basically have, since you don't need to sleep, you basically gain an extra 8 hours of work per day
Mhm.
that you're able to do shit in. But it takes about 8 hours a day to enchant the ring and 8 hours a day to work on the crossbow. So you're basically tapped for these 2 weeks, or for this week.
So I don't have any free time at all, period.
Well, you do have free time. You've got 8 hours a day of free time that you can work on stuff for yourself, but you can't take on any additional tasks.
Okay, that's fine. No, I was just trying to clarify my free time schedule.
Yep. Nope. You're good. A
So
ring
I
of
would have to buy it then.
telekinesis. Yes, you would. But I'm gonna
So the question I have about
say
the ring of
5 gold for both spools of wire.
Okay. Can I have them commissioned from a stronger? Because like, what are they made of?
Mithril, adamantium, steel, I don't know.
For
That's
5
what I'm
gold
asking.
steel.
What, 5 gold is steel.
Mhm.
That's actually really way better. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. 5 gold. So 10 gold total for each,
No, 5
or
gold
for
total
both, I should
for
say.
both of them.
For both
For
total.
both of them,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay, and then yeah, okay, you're about to get going with the ring of
And
telekinesis.
6,500 for the ring of telekinesis.
500. 6500.
6500.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Oh shit! I just realized I haven't added the whatever gold we were supposed to have earned.
60.
said that was
60K,
60?
60K. I saw this coming.
The next question is so. In the description of the Ring of Telekinesis says you can target only options that aren't being worn or objects that aren't being worn or carried. Does that work? Does that work for stuff that other people are wearing? Does it, or can I use it on stuff that I'm wearing? Let me reiterate that. It says I can't target like things that are being worn or carried. I'm assuming that means by other people. But can I target things that I am wearing or carrying?
Yes.
He doesn't like where this is going.
Sorry, no. It's just the entire reason why I wanted the spool of wire and the ring of telekinesis is because in the description of telekinesis itself, it says you can exert fine control over like objects, right? As in opening doors and blah 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 blah. And the what came to mind was if I have a spool of wire like on each arm, could I theoretically use the wire as attacks and stuff, right? Like binding attacks and all that stuff with the ring of telekinesis. Like straight out of fucking what's his
Helsing.
face, the guy from Helsing, yeah.
Yes.
Butler.
Yeah. Oh, and I was
Yes,
also
you
using
may.
the original idea was also for surgery and stuff. I could wield like more surgical implements at once.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll allow it.
You sound
Fuzzy,
very
you
reluctant.
sound so defeated.
There's a reason why my title is Fuzzy. Broken DM. All right.
All right.
What else you got for me for this week?
Besides the training the maid thing, that's it.
Okay.
Because I figured that's to take up the rest of my time. And I guess technically practicing, so to speak, with the whole housing thing, but that's it. That would be my 2 cents for the week.
Okay. Garuk, you've been patient. What do you want to do for 2 weeks?
Ooh. Well, I mean, the big thing I wanted to figure out was info about the Chaos Beast, which we have figured out. I mean, we already know its location and what, big volcano, not mistaken, right?
Plane of fire. The
Okay,
elemental
all
plane
right.
of fire.
Is there anywhere else I might be able to go to either learn more about the beast and or prepare for it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do some research around town. Roll me first an investigation check and then an investigation check.
Wait, hold on. You said investigation check.
Mhm.
Right.
Both for stupid.
And what else after that?
Another one.
Oh, just a second. All right.
Uh huh.
Investigation. Ooh.
Okay. With an 18, you are able to find the library and some section in the library in particular on extraplanar creatures. And with a 14, you were able to uncover some information about a chaos beast.
Okay.
A chaos beast has no fixed, original, or true form whatsoever. Instead, it is an entirely mutable and always changing, melting, and reshaping itself into new and nightmarish forms. There's no way to predict it, and might try a dozen before adopting one for a time. Some recorded appearances were a towering thing of pulpy flesh and exposed veins, covered in fangs and hooks. I had 3 legs upon which it walked, with unsteady and lurching steps. Its face was fractured, with bent eyes and a nose hooked 3 times. Another form was a powerful and muscular beast, armed with claws and alligator jaws. It charged and attacked furiously. Yet another form has it recorded as a graceful 6-legged creature with delicate arms and shining skin. It had a maned head with 3 flashing eyes and walked with a smooth gait and noble bearing.
So, okay, quick question then. Is there, if what I'm understanding is correct,
Mm-hmm.
is there a chance that maybe we could roll like a, if we do end up confronting this thing, a chance we could roll like a d20 and, see what form it takes?
Definitely possible.
Like maybe instead of having to fight a big monster, maybe a small rabbit-sized creature. Hypothetically.
You do also find out that the touch of the Chaos Beast against bare flesh of a living creature inflicts a hideous transformation. That if you cannot
Thanks, Fuzzy.
withstand the physical if you do not resist or do not have the physical fortitude to resist, you will become a corporeal instability. You will suffer a corporeal instability and eventually turn into a Chaos Beast yourself.
Lots of armor.
Ew. Zombie rules.
Kinda.
It's like zombie meets werewolf rules.
So, Fuzzy, quick question on that mechanic wise. I know I'm not there, but is it like any other save where it's like if they pass the save, then they're immune to the effects for a certain amount of time? Or is it like every single time they get hit, they have to make that save?
Every time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Ian, what if, let's say, you're like not even in your regular form, and then you get a hit, and then you drop out of that form?
Same thing. It is basically a magical disease.
What if also you have all the magical diseases because you are a bard?
Those are sexually
Also
transmitted
true.
diseases.
What if you're immune to disease?
Not
What if
magical
my existence
diseases?
is the disease and a bullet is the cure?
What?
Paladins are not immune to magical disease, such as mummy rot.
Magic aids.
Just mundane diseases.
Isn't it saying you get magical blood that makes you immune to diseases?
No.
Does make you more dangerous.
So, you find out that information on the Chaos Beast. That is what you get
Yeah,
in
it
your 2
does.
weeks of research. In your week of
Divine health,
research.
the divine magic flowing through your veins make you immune to disease.
Yes, not magical diseases though.
Standard diseases.
Yep. Like things like mummy rot and Chaos Beast
Jeez.
transformation,
So
lycanthropy. Those things can still
the
affect you.
strategy, gentlemen, is to use all of our summons as marshals. So like my giant insect, maybe elemental, whatever you can summon, that's what holds it down, and then we are the ranged attackers.
Well,
Because
there's
if
only
one of our
one problem
summons
with that.
gets hit, then we don't care.
Only one problem with that, good sir. Chaos Beasts also become immune to damage once they suffer a particular type of damage for a certain amount of time. So you have to keep hitting it with different damage types in order to actually damage it.
Everybody wet your blades and oil them. It's going to be a long night.
Wait,
If you have poison on the points of your blade, you can light it on fire, let's do it.
can it only be? Can't it only be resistant to one type of damage at a time, though?
Nope.
I mean, it just sounds like Unfrozen's gonna be having a great time in jail cell by himself, you know.
So everybody, just wet your blade, just like it's Baldur's Gate, with whatever you can. Poison, fire, you name it. And then start diversifying what spells you have slotted for damage types. We're just going to roll out every type of damage on this thing at a range. If there's a damage type, we're going to do it. And while we keep all of our summons as our marshals.
I do have the Horn of Valhalla. Or, what's it called?
I can summon giant insects and a fucking elemental. And also, if it's been a week, wolves.
Yep.
But I don't want my little wolf babies to become
Would
monsters.
wolves even count as their own damage type?
Well,
They do
so,
bite
no, it'd be
damage.
yeah, they do like piercing damage and slashing damage. Just like weapons.
Yes,
Although I
my
do-
favorite damage type, wolves.
Wolf.
But no, I was just trying to think of fodder that could literally stand in between us and the monster. You know what? Why don't we just hire like a small platoon of guards who will lay down their lives, whether they know it or not, and we just hang in the back? Yeah, I mean, why risk our lives? We have 60
Here's
KFC.
the thing.
All of us buy 5 henchmen. We're fucking fine.
We could convince the guards we're treating them to a picnic and just bring them there.
Here's gold. Come fight for me.
Guys,
You are
listen.
the vanguard. You 20 people go stand in the front. We'll be right behind you the entire time.
Listen, you forget something though. Fuzzy literally said that any creature that touches this thing and fails to save becomes a chaos beast. Fuzzy, does that include summons guards?
That's a tomorrow problem, not a today problem. We solve that today problem, and while everybody's in their transformation phases, well, they fucking have heads that can be removed, don't they?
That'll be a problem for the next party.
I gotta ask a question.
Focus on today's problem, and then that's tomorrow's problem. So after the fight, let's go. So what's up, mercenaries? Y'all did great. Fireball, 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 and then it's not even a problem anymore.
I gotta ask
You're
a question.
assuming
I
it
think I'm
takes
missing
that
some
long.
context. Why are we fighting a chaos beast or targeting it?
Because Unfrozen was an idiot, took a bounty without doing homework, and now it's either he has to complete that bounty or he goes to jail in a year and a half, Fuzzy? Or what's the deadline again?
It's a
It
year.
is now 50 weeks.
I end up
And
6 digits in
second-
debt.
No, so you gave the wrong explanation. It is made of experiences. Why?
That too.
That is why.
Well,
So anyways, about hiring about 20 mercenaries and having them be the vanguard on top of our summons, I feel like is the solid play.
Yes, quite.
Sorry, Unfrozen, we stomped over your thing. Research. You were doing research to the library.
That's the research he got.
That is the research.
Buy a platoon and send them at the enemy.
And we just give them gloves. It's that easy.
Just give them
Well, that and
gloves.
also just hold a fireball or two in reserve. So after the monster dies, then well, one, we don't have to pay gold, and two, we don't have to deal with another one. Again, it's like it solves itself. And hell,
No,
I'll
that
even
is a
pay extra
valid
money
point.
and like have half of them dip their weapons in acid, another half to dip it in poison. Just fuck it. Let our money solve this
I
problem.
like where this is going.
I mean, I really wish that Boulder's Gate spell, where the more gold something has, the more damage it takes, existed, because we could easily, literally throw money at the problem.
I'm just saying, hired hands with flaming arrows and acid/poisoned weapons to take the Vanguard. I mean, Unfrozen, did it say how long the transformation takes?
Not with the 14.
Yeah, my research can only carry me so far.
Yeah, this.
I'm assuming it's not instant, and I'm assuming that again, a fireball and a couple beheadings will solve that problem before it becomes one.
More than likely.
Oh, a fireball will only solve that problem like for one fireball. Then you
So
better
out
move
of
on to
No,
something else.
so once the monster dies, all the people who took damage from it, we just round them up and then we just fireball their location.
No, you don't.
Why not?
Again, that's only if they fail their save, but
No,
Or if they don't, who cares? Just round them up and
just look
fireball.
for more. Just look for more information.
Fuzzy, since the luckies that I use, could I add those back to my inventory since it's over 2 weeks for the crafting checks?
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do, Garuk? Or just the research?
I think that does it for me.
Okay. Who else has been good that hasn't done anything? Rathel, you've been good, but let me go to Simmons first. Oh. Excuse me. You got a week of downtime, Simmons. What do you want to do with it?
Uh, where are we at?
You're
Or
in
in
Leverbost. Actually, I could probably move you guys off of the battle map. We've been
I
here for
mean,
fucking
you're
ever.
in the crafting room with me, so you can enchant your crossbow with radiant damage too.
Yes.
What the fuck is
So I guess more
Leverbost?
specifically, you're in the basement in Nox's workshop where you see a guy wearing a cloak and then a leather apron hammering away.
Where in the fuck is Leverbost?
Um, mainly just gonna be meditating on my weapons, and just concentrating radiant damage into it.
Okay, that's all you're gonna do? Just focus on the weapon getting built?
Yep.
Okay. There's Leverbost, that's where it is. I should have moved you guys here a long time ago, my bad.
What if we put up a post-it, like any other job board, asking for adventurers to assist us?
Well, there's a reason no one had touched that bounty.
Well, that's why we don't tell them what it is.
You don't have to tell them what they're getting into. Just, hey, welcome to the Dragon People. So
Oh
we're
my
about to
god.
go adventure. You guys take the Vanguard, what we're paying you for, and you get the other half up front when the monster's dead.
Jesus
Half up
Christ.
front, half when the monster's dead.
Simmons, you didn't have anything else for your downtime, right? Just to clarify.
Don't want to buy anything.
I was curious, Mary, you're gonna spend any time with your niece and nephew? You gonna spend any time with your niece and nephew?
Sarah and Kevin.
Sure. Sure.
That actually would be an interesting sight because it would be Nock and Bryn both working the forges at the same time in his workshop, in Nock's workshop. Bryn making the plate mail for the dragon. Nock
Could you
building the
imagine if we
bliss.
had?
Go ahead.
Could you imagine if we took like a trip to this other place and we had a Home Alone situation where we accidentally left Kevin behind?
I'm sorry, but
Passes
that
to
kid would
Kevin.
probably set the house on fire, just knowing him.
Mm-hmm.
Now with my house around, they won't.
No, she was talking about like if it was a Home Alone situation, like just Kevin is in the house by himself.
All the
that's not
guards have
possible.
off. Somehow there's
Yeah, what is
scheduling
it, guard
conflict.
Christmas?
All right, so Knock and the niece and nephew are hanging out where?
In the workshop at the basement of the house.
Mhm.
Jared is frantically trying to make more green tea, I imagine, because I'm going through the stuff like water.
And it is made out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jared makes actual good tea, not hot leaf juice.
Well, so the thing is about green tea is that it actually has a lot of natural caffeine in it.
Mhm.
A knock would be
More than
fucking
coffee.
wired like an asshole. It's worse than coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Fuzzy,
at least
you want me to roll to see how wired I am right now on green
roll,
tea?
roll for a heart attack. Roll for an MI.
Yeah, make me a con save.
All right. We're gonna find out if Nock experiences a heart attack. You said a con save, Fuzzy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a
Yeah,
23.
you're pretty wired, but your heart doesn't give out. It is
My heart's
beating
beating.
regularly, though.
Yeah, my heart has a regular heartbeat instead of like 1 per minute.
Yeah.
This is fast even for me.
You can see, or you can hear color, basically. You're at like the 40 cup of coffee mark. Like, you're almost dead.
Jared, more tea. This is a smart order.
I famously used to take a lot of uppers and a shit ton of caffeine, and the worst I ever got was that if I stopped moving, I would start vibrating and shaking violently.
You guys should try a coffee called Death Wish.
I have. It's okay.
Don't eat. Don't drink it on an empty stomach.
So,
Okay.
Fuzzy, I guess set the scene for Mary. What is she coming to in the forge? Is she literally watching Nock like vibrate in place like the Flash?
Basically. Like, have you ever seen someone in the middle of a manic episode?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I have been that person.
It's difficult to describe the erratic, wild energy that Nock displays. He bounces back and forth, like his body's trying to keep up with his brain.
Talk about it a minute. And have it quite sick to him. Fucking bouncing on his toes pretty much.
Is Jared in the same room?
Jared is bouncing back and forth between Nock's teacup and 3 pots of tea that he keeps on a rotation.
Hey, Jared.
Yes, mistress.
Bryn looks over to Jared. Could you please switch that green tea to chamomile, please?
More green tea, Jared. This job ain't gonna do itself.
Sorry, mistress, but this is just too fun to watch.
It's not healthy.
Hey, I think I hear the color blue right now. That's wild.
Well, it's no worse than the time we spent back in the trenches in the Great War.
If so, if this has to happen, could you at least make sure that the kids don't watch this?
Oh, the kids
You
are
look in the
amazed.
corner. You look in the corner. Kevin's just sitting on a chair eating snacks as he watches his father work.
Absolutely tweak out.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
This man who shows like no emotions, has no shadows, and normally is the quiet one of the group, is the most energetic in the room right now.
Definitely
Everyone
bipolar.
like hammer and handle vibrate.
Mm-hmm.
I guess all we can do is let him wear himself out, I guess.
Honey, trust me, you have no idea. This divinity thing makes getting worn out a lot harder. Trust me on that. It's even hard to sleep now. And I'm what is it? Oh, why do I smell the
Narcoleptic.
color green now?
Why do
Oh
I
no,
smell
that
the
was on.
color green?
Yeah, this is Nox.
Titus, are you
On-
lighting up upstairs? Because
I
Titus
guess
is
he
getting
is.
high.
Otter. And probably Cade if Cade's around.
What was that, Crub?
I said, and also probably Cade if Cade's around.
Probably.
Mm.
Hey, I gotta ask, what's the most like concentrated strain that Titus could buy? Could he get like as high as Snoop Dogg would? Like that level of plane of existence? Does a strain like that exist in D&D?
It takes time
I
to
don't even think
get
Snoop,
there.
I was supposed to say he's a
I don't even
seasoned
think
smoker.
Snoop Dogg can get high anymore.
Yeah, I don't think he could ever get that high
I was saying,
anymore.
I think he
like I
just
can't really
is
either.
high.
Yeah, just all the time. It's just him.
He's
It's high.
reached the stoner's
Godhood.
equivalent of spiritual enlightenment, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He is the 420. But yeah,
Bryn,
go ahead.
as Nock works, you notice his head twitching a little bit. It's unnerving.
Oh, sometimes I have a lot of caffeine. I get this fucking eyelid twitch that drives me up a
Oh,
wall.
it's terrible.
I guess you notice Nock's actually blinking like normal this time. You don't remember the last time you saw Nock blink, period. Fuzzy, would I have body heat now? At least for this for now?
Considering how tweaked out you are, make me another crafting check.
Advantage, buddy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with like the fucking mist, it's been like the Stephen King's The Mist all day. My visibility is maybe 50 feet.
It's a 27, my dude.
With the 27, you're also able to craft a flamethrower, basically, for Kevin, and the knife you promised Sarah for being good during the devil invasion, basically, or the gala that turned into a devil invasion.
Do you also have other kids named Ralph and Johnny?
No, just Kevin and Sarah, just those two. I
So
promised
far.
to make them guns if they behave, or weapons if they behaved.
Mhm.
And so I just made their weapons. I mean, I am tweaking out right now, so productivity is probably 110% right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Mary, how do you react to this? You're literally watching me like tweak out. And oh, here's the funny thing, Fuzzy. As Nock is tweaking out, remember how he got telepathy last session?
Uh-huh.
Eventually, Mary hears Nock's voice in her head, and it just says, "More green tea, green tea. I can smell yellow." Leaking
All right.
out from his thoughts in telepathy.
Bryn is gonna go upstairs and get a blanket, and she's gonna lay it out on the ground in front of Nock. Then she's gonna tackle him.
No, I'm
Okay.
not done. Strength check to oppose, Fuzzy.
It will be opposed athletics checks.
Opposed athletic checks. Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
Shouldn't it
can I
also
use
be
acrobatics?
acrobatics or whatever? Yeah, to like wiggle out of it or something.
Yeah. Can I use acrobatics instead, Fuzzy?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
I'm using athletics.
Okay. All right, Mary. It's a 23. I gotta beat that. It's a 15.
Oh yeah, so you're tweaking out. You're thinking about green tea. You love the smell of yellow. It's particularly soothing. You finish making a flamethrower. The base of the ballista launcher, for all intents and purposes, has been crafted. You set in the not the fuller, but the notch, the crook where the arrow rests. You
Mhm.
turn and you see all you see is a face full of Bryn. Just full sprint. I'm sure you've played football in one form or like tackle football in one form or another in
I've
your life.
seen football, but never played it. But
He's
Not
no.
even high school?
Nope.
Nope.
Then you've never seen the anger of you've never seen someone's angry face approaching at Mach 1 until it fills your screen.
I wouldn't say that she's angry, just she's determined.
Close enough. You've never seen someone's face fly from, oh, there's a person there, to, oh, all I can see is their face. I don't have peripherals anymore. Oh, hello, ground. That's the
So
sequence of events you experience.
she basically tackles him onto the blanket, and then she rolls him up into a knock burrito.
Can
Not
I
make
roll
me a
acrobatics to squirm out of that?
no, but you
Burrito?
can roll me a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Okay.
Ooh.
While the 17 is still not
You still
quite good
taking the
enough,
17.
you end up falling asleep. The immense crash from the green tea, the brief respite, and blanket.
Well,
And then Brandon,
The whole ethereal plane thing.
Bryn is gonna princess carry him onto the nearest couch.
Well, Fuzzy, I want to ask before that happens. I wanted to use this. Could I do that instead to escape the burrito?
No.
You're too high to think about that.
Too caffeinated, mind you.
There's no logic to be thought of or to be had.
You're just a snug little knock burrito and you fall asleep.
What do Kevin and Sarah say about this?
Sarah immediately hops up, grabs Bryn by the hand, and says that she wants to play. Kevin is busy playing with his flamethrower.
Your move, Mary. What you gonna do?
All right. Bryn says, "Okay, Sarah, I'm gonna play with you while your dad takes a nap."
Okay, you and Sarah are going to go play. Scion, you've been quite patient and quite quiet, so what do you want to do with your 2 weeks? Or week, not 2 weeks, 1 week.
Don't have anything that I need to do.
You're kind of quiet, wrathful.
No, I really don't have anything I need to do. What to do?
I mean, I guess you can
No
watch the
upgrades, no
anarchy.
improvements, no items, no nothing. Just gonna lounge about for a week.
I don't need any improvements. Uh, I'm pretty much fully. Besides that rune, I won't create it. I'm pretty much fully buffed, but Nock is busy, so I'm not gonna bother him about it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what kind of rune it is, but Fuzzy said I only have 8 hours of time. I couldn't take another task if I wanted to.
Yeah, so I'm
You might be
saying.
able to craft a rune in a day, depending on what rune it is.
Okay,
Yeah, the rune
that's
we talked
great.
about, vampiric touch on hit, 25%.
Oh, to enchant his weapon, not the rune. Gotcha. Yeah, that would
Wait, would that be a weapon enchant or would that be a rune?
that would be a weapon enchantment for sure.
Okay. Can I just take that to the mage's tower then?
Yeah, that can be done.
Yeah.
And what did
How
we
much
agree
was
that was
that?
going to do again?
We were gonna give it like vampiric touch.
Vampiric
It'd be
touch
a
is right.
heal.
You
It'd
heal
be a
one
heal
quarter of
on
the
hit.
damage you deal.
Yeah, one quarter of the damage it deals on hit.
Mm-hmm. That'll cost. Vampiric touch is a second level spell, right?
Well, let me double check. What school is it?
Necromancy. Vampiric touch.
Necromancy. Well, no, I meant is it a wizard spell?
Wizard spell, yeah.
Okay, I'll look it up for you. Well,
Okay.
you work out the details.
It's 3rd level necromancy.
3rd level. Okay, so let's make that cost 6,000.
All right.
6,000. Oh, I'm sorry. 12,000 gold to enchant that. I'm sorry.
God.
12.
12. Sorry, not 6. Because I was thinking it would cost 6,000 to make it yourself. I was on knock prices, not mage guild prices.
See, Nox the crafter of the party, so like it's usually a lot cheaper for me to do something.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But a whole 6 grand, damn. You're getting your savings out of Nox.
I'm paying 12 because I'm not to knock.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it could wait a little bit once I'm done with the orders. I could.
Let's
Yeah.
get it over with. How long is it gonna take?
Okay.
That shouldn't take longer than that day, right?
It'll take a few days.
Well, once I get it back, I'll probably just wind up freaking dueling Jack over and over again for the rest of the week, 2 weeks, whatever.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Barb, you had your Cade, you had your armor commissioned for Aphrodite, but nothing else. Is there something else you want to do with your week of downtime? Research, play, drink, fuck, smoke, lounge.
Definitely that one. Rabbit, you there?
All of that in that order.
Sorry, what was that?
Was there something you wanted to do with your week of downtime besides have the armor commissioned?
Like go get laid, go get high, go drink, go get drunk.
The last two are the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not necessarily.
Go to a rave.
Check out my investments. My portfolios.
What investments, good sir? Just out of curiosity.
The Goodberry investment.
Oh, the Goodberry ones. Interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to try and
Well,
click on that.
We're in
If
the
you got-
astral plane,
check
so
up-
I don't think he can check on that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say next.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. But yeah, you were unable to travel back to Eldom right now. You were stuck in the Astral Sea.
Well,
wait, didn't
could I
what's
send
his name? Titus got that Kasha's cauldron thing.
I got the cauldron.
You got Igwilf's cauldron. He got the mortar and pestle of Baba Yaga. And still not extra planar travel. Well, I don't know about the mortar and pestle. mortar and pestle.
The
might-
mortar and pestle you said had motor and interplanar travel because I asked you, hey, could he use that to go to the Shadowfell? And you said yes, he could.
Then yes, yeah, that has extraplanar travel. That's correct. So I guess you
I
could.
can control Titus.
Could he do that while we're moving though? Wouldn't that like?
No, I mean, it'd work.
So I guess
Can,
go talk to
can I
your
only use
brother-in-law.
it on one location at a time? Or like, can I visit multiple places? I mean, it's a week. I was gonna go visit the fuck
Baby mama,
yeah, the town. Fuck, I wrote it
Melvin
down.
Forest.
Yeah,
Carascaladon.
Scout yeah. Go check on her and the family.
Or like get laid.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Okay. With
I saw it. It was in the back.
Titus will take
In
you
the
to
mudroom?
Eldom, first of all, to check on the kobold berry profits, etc., etc., etc.
thoughts and thoughts.
Yep, thoughts and thoughts.
And then go to the town, but also while we're in. Sure.
The berries and wines, the berry sales and whatnot have made a total of 618 gold for you.
Cool.
You
Talk
then
to the shopkeeper of the business.
okay.
Because I had sex with her too.
What can I do for you, sweetheart?
I'm just coming to check on the fruits of my loin.
Oh,
and
they have
the
been
plants.
flying off the shelves, and we've been taking excellent care of them.
Good. I also assume that you've been donating portion to the hospitals as well.
As per your request.
Good. Any troubles, anything you guys need? I mean, we have a bit of downtime. I could stay and help, or we could take care of some other things.
What's your charisma?
Very high. 22.
Are you trying to seduce this chick?
Yeah.
Roll a seduction check.
Oh, wait,
Or
is he
persuasion
seducing
check.
that one chick he already had relations with, or is this something
This
different?
is the person who owns Bots and Thoughts.
Yeah, he had relations with that person already, didn't he?
It was the first one.
No.
Just because he fucks her once doesn't mean he gets to fuck her again for free.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that. I was just trying to make sure I got my.
It'll cost me 600. Go. What do you want me to roll, sir?
Persuasion check. Roll me a performance check.
I'm a lot better at that one. I stand corrected.
Yep. That'll do. So you and the owner of Pots and Thoughts share a drug-induced sex frenzy in the back office that day.
Where I'll pull out some of the good berries and place it on her chest and start eating it all the way down.
Jesus fucking
Christ.
Fade to black, for God's sakes, fade to black.
Remember, if you are not 18, do not watch this video.
I warn you now, if you make me listen to this any further, the next time Sal decides to get saucy, I will describe geriatric portal sex.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I will summon Mrs. Chunk.
Faded black.
Okay, well, you have yourself a good old time, and she is quite pleased.
Mm.
Um, oh, that was a GM rule, so no one saw it. That's good. Okay,
No one saw what.
don't worry about it.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
So yeah,
Anyway,
Titus. How would
just
Titus
wait
react
outside.
to that? Yeah, Titus is gonna wait outside.
So, yeah, what took you so long? Well, stepbrother, I had to, take care of business before pleasure, but pleasure took a little bit longer. Well, you know, y- can't you make it quicker? I'm sorry, brother. That'd be a disgrace to the fine lady. Well, we can go now.
It's not her fault. It takes you so long to nut.
It's
All
my
right.
fault.
So you guys
Was that
head to Cariscalaton, where you go see your girlfriend.
was that 71 for conception?
uh, Well, Cassidy, how
Yes.
are you doing?
She, unaware of the shenanigans you've held the day before, wraps you up in a very large embrace. She's missed you. She's been worried about you.
Oh, I've got many stories to tell. Shall we head to my place?
Jesus Christ, you try to fuck this girl too?
Of course.
Roll me a
Well,
persuasion
I
check
kind
with
of did want to
advantage.
talk to her about
Oh, okay.
other things,
Well
but
then,
it's not off the table.
okay. Then she follows you back to. You don't really have a place in. Well, I guess you would have an estate now that you've been officially labeled a lord. It's under construction at the moment because
Okay,
the previous house Guthral was destroyed by a raid.
okay, that's cool. Just because I'm trying to find ways to build up the house again, the lordhood.
Uh huh.
Right now it's just me, Titus, and essentially her. And then the one back at Pots and Pans. I guess that's how you grow a house, then, huh? Just go out and just do your thing.
Hire retainers, you mean? And
Yeah,
recruit other lesser families into your house as your bannermen? Yeah.
dude, let's do that. We've been
Let's
out
do
on
that. Is that what you said?
many adventures. Come across many challenges in the world. But I fear we'll be gone out longer this time.
Come back
How
as
have
soon as you
things
can.
been?
I'll be worried about you.
So that how has the town been like just generally?
Good rebuilding. Trade negotiations with not Leverbost, but Cordelic, not Cordelica. What's the name
I
of that
think it
fucking
was
city? I forget my own goddamn world map now. Trade
La-
negotiations with Lysandria have gone well. Supplies are moving freely back and forth. Money is changing hands. City is good.
that prosperous prosperity. So yeah, I was gonna say search out higher retainers, lords, and what would that cost?
You wanted to do that while you're here?
So yeah, I'll go ahead and start building.
Okay. Roll me, first of all, an investigation check.
Hmm.
That
Hey.
would be pretty fucking good. Now roll me a D100 and a persuasion check.
Mhm.
Don't forget to pull out.
Oh, can I do the lucky on that
Mhm.
persuasion check?
Go for it.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
A lot of
Uh,
12s.
yeah. With that, you were able to recruit one lord with 50 bannermen to
Sweet.
your to serve under your house.
Okay. I'll approach the Lord. I guess I'll, as I'm speaking to him, knight him. I guess I don't really know, or just be like, hey,
Give him
you're
a
part of it,
title,
and then,
basically. Yeah.
uh, and just so Lord, we'll give him a name right now. I guess. Fuck, names are fun.
Yeah, I know. Selindril. Selindril. Lord Selindril.
And 50. I'll go to him and say, it has been bestowed upon me by our great grandfather,
By my
founder
ancestor,
of
yeah.
House Thrall. I had a vision, and he tasked me with rebuilding the house to its former glory after it had been destroyed in the last war. You, Lord Selindril, and your men will help us rebuild, along with others that I recruit, and you recruit along the way to restore the glory of House Guthral. What say you?
I and my men would be honored to serve alongside you to raise your house to its former glory. We will be your sword
I
and your
will.
shield.
I will then pull out Talon, the
Mm-hmm.
legendary sword, and knight. Say kneel.
He does.
You are now uh, the first Lord of House Guthral. Just so um, you know, I'll
Mm-hmm.
let him know my brother, or that brother,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Titus
Titus.
is, the other. We'd be the dual heads of the family,
Could only be
and
one head. You'd be first head, but he would be next in line succession.
okay, yeah, excellent. And then I will also say there's also another that is introducing. I wouldn't introduce him because she's not with us, but tell him about Efrity,
Mm-hmm.
or an adult red dragon has joined our ranks and will help protect House Guthral. Um, these dragon eggs were found quite a long time ago, and she's accumulated mass wealth to become an adult dragon. And like I said, we plan to restore House Guthral and, in our way, make it our house.
I'm honored to have been risen up by your hand to serve at your side.
Daddy, I can't move it.
Very good. Um, they are rebuilding House Guthral as we
Okay, I
speak.
don't feel so bad.
I will
I would
contribute
like
my men to the
you
cause.
exactly what I was thinking.
Thank you. I loosened it for you.
I will. I'm off. I am off to the astral sea again. I should return in a few weeks' time to come and assess the progress.
May Corlon look favorably upon your adventures.
We are blessed to
Roll me a
be
D100 real
given
quick.
this.
And then continue your speech.
We've been blessed to be given this opportunity to rebuild the house with Thrall. We shall not waste it. We shall build it even better than it was before.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I'll give you inspiration for that.
Sweet. Yes.
Hey.
Do you have anything else, good sir?
Sex.
Pretty good here. I already talked to her. I mean, mess around. But I will like direct her and see if because she'd be like first lady of House Withdrawal at this point.
Well, would she or what? Because you aren't married,
You're
right?
not married. She's just your girlfriend.
No, but
Yeah, you'd have to marry her for her to be first lady or whatever, you know?
Sorry, Mary, we weren't talking to you. We were saying
Specifically, yeah.
married. So.
Oh.
Wed.
Yeah,
He is
roleplay
not
stuff.
bound
Don't
in
worry about it.
wedlock.
I need to visit a jeweler in town. Right quick.
I'm a jeweler too. Remember?
We're busy.
I'm in the. I've
You're
already
sleepy.
teleported away. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right, yeah, you can find a jeweler in town without any issue.
Give me a nice ring for like 100 gold.
Really? 100 gold?
What? Is that too little?
Yeah, it's too little.
I mean, compared
Should
to
I
the
put 1,000?
Yeah, I think 1,000 would be a good amount.
Make it out of mithril. That's never mind. Never mind. Scratch that. I'm gonna have not make it out of mithril.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can enchant it or something too.
Yeah.
Okay, we will cover that on a later date. Let's see.
I will leave a note. I'll put a pin in it.
Asterion, my good sir, you've been patient, and I appreciate that. You've got a week of downtime. You've been gifted some scrolls that you've copied into your Tome of Shadows. What is it you would like to do with a week of downtime?
Well, if I remember correctly, I didn't mute myself, did I?
No.
Nope,
okay, just making sure. If I remember correctly, did we get access to the libraries, like to do research?
You,
so
in particular, got access to Arthur Ogerport's private library.
Oh, that's right. I can even take out research material. Okay, so yes, I would like to do a little bit of research specifically on, everything that we've been going through. There's been a lot of, when we first started all this, we went through that big, I got that vision of the future, and especially of like the stars falling from the sky. I believe I was helping. Was it Garuk with the black sand mystery at one point?
Abin, the Black Sand
Abin,
mystery,
right?
Yeah.
It was Abin. I forgot
Also,
but I was helping
on a
Abin.
related note, Abin has been busy with school for a while, and his desktop broke. So that has significantly slowed down his ability to do schoolwork and take care of his family. So that's why he hasn't been in attendance for a while.
Yeah, I knew he was unavailable. Like I wasn't sure how that was going to play out, but I would still like to I said I would look into it. So I'm basically just trying to the things I would like to accomplish, and tell me if these are doable. One, at least a little bit of research onto this. Also, do we know we're heading towards Celestia?
Yes, you do.
Is that okay? So research. So first, the research is just on our general situation. The sorry, I can talk. I swear. The importance of the future I've been having. The people we've been fighting, and Celestia, because just I have. What would I know about Celestia? What would I need to roll to know whether or not it's a safe place for me? I'm generally a nice guy, but will they judge me by the company I keep? Because this party is just full of ridiculous people. Oh, and the whole undead.
Ouch.
I'm
And
fine with that. I'm
and I
good.
love them like my baby ducklings.
Oh.
Seems like you have a black one in your midst.
There's a couple of gray ones.
Don't talk about the children that way.
All right. So first, I'm going to need an investigation check with advantage.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second. I'm making notes. Future. Okay. Which one was with advantage again?
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay. Oh, also, real quick, I am just going to roll 2d20s for my
Yep, your
portents for the
portents,
day.
yep.
I assume we're starting with a new day.
Yep.
Whoa. They changed the. Here we go. So 1d20. Boop. 1d20. Boop.
Okay.
10 and 17. Okay. So let me roll that with advantage now.
Uh-huh. Okay. 22 is pretty good. In regards to the portents you've been having, you find out that this prophecy was originally laid down by the god Elandil, who was a god of prophecy. 22. Okay, not 25. So
Did he forget to cast guidance on himself?
What was that?
Did you forget to cast guidance on yourself if Fuzzy allows it?
Oh.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I do have a history of guidancing everything.
Yeah, 26. That breaks to 25. Okay. So this prophecy is about a potential end of the world. Now all of Elandil's prophecies have come true, but this one remains incomplete. It wasn't a
So
complete
wait,
prophecy.
so this guy has a 100%.
100% accuracy rating. It might not always come about the way people anticipate, but all of Elandil's prophecies have come true.
Greek prophets.
Reminds me of somebody with divination wizard I met years ago. Very intelligent man, great with prophecies, but no one likes what they heard. But they don't talk about Bruno anymore.
Inspiration for the Encanto reference.
Thank you.
Okay, well, the 26.
Okay.
Elandil's prophecy about the end of the world. So far, you've seen stars fall in multiple ways. You've seen cities burning, but you haven't seen any mountains catch fire, which worries you.
Okay, I was actually wondering if like the floating city being under attack might have been that. So I was not sure. Let's see. The rivers are dried. The death does not sleep. A duel shall spark. A promise shattered. Eldest sister will arise. The earth will be battered. Children of darkness will usher the light, where the sun will fall and the seas will. Where's the burning city part? Or the burning mountain part? Is that a different prophecy?
Hold on.
I'm getting my prophecies mixed up. Hold on.
I'm sorry. When mountains burn was the very first line. When mountains burn and heavens weep. I was looking down the thing because we had gone through everything else already. Okay, so we missed the mountains burning.
Correct, but everything else has come true so far.
Okay, I was wondering if like. Okay, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
So. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to just quick hypothesis just on the wording of mountains burning. Sort of mountains burning refers to not like the mountains being on fire, but the mountains, burning in sunlight, as in, break a day or, something like that.
Oh, I had a different idea.
We did too.
Mountains burning in the heavens weeping. The
But hang
Celestials
on,
literally
this
a
would be a
mountain.
great roleplay moment that we could save and do when Salvatore comes back from the library.
That's true. That's a good point.
So mountains burning hasn't come to pass, to the best of your knowledge.
Okay.
There is an annotation that you see with your 26 investigation. It's literally written. You notice it as you turn the page. The candlelight reflects through the back of the page, and you see the glint of writing in invisible ink, basically.
Wait, is this like Avatar: The Last Airbender when Zuko is like, "What does this mean?" Throws the scroll on the fire lantern, and then Fee gets that extra hidden dialogue.
Maybe.
Okay.
I hadn't thought about that, but maybe.
It's like he gets a scroll, he reads it all day, tries to piece the
Mhm.
clues together, but then it's only when in frustration he throws the scroll onto a lantern with a fire lantern that red ink appears, and it's just like extra clue, essentially.
Except in this case, with a 26, Sal goes, "Well, that's everything I think I can glean from this." But they always add something special in there that he like shines a light on it and goes, "Up, there it is."
And inside this invisible ink annotation, you see the words "Feast of Nightmares?" question mark. Dendar? Question mark.
1 second. Dendar, Dendar.
Yep. You can
Okay.
make an Arcana or a Religion check upon the discovery of that word.
Just flat.
You've got the book, so I'll give you
Xanathar's Guide.
advantage.
Oh, I do have Xanathar's Guide. Thank you. So you said
And
history
hang
or
on.
Arcana?
Before you do that, would he be allowed to use guidance on that?
Quit metagaming, and yes.
Yeah, I was going to remember guidance this time.
Sorry.
Let's go, Arc.
It's okay.
My apologies on the metagaming, Mr. DM.
You're fine. 24 Arcana check. You get nothing.
Okay.
Actually,
so.
no. With the 20, I will give you. Dendar is probably referencing. Is another name for Dendar, the Night Serpent. But that's all I'll give you with that. Is that the name rings a bell, but you can't place like. I've heard this name before. I know I should know this, but why don't I know this?
Did
It's
I
just
go to
not.
high school with him?
Was he your rival
Did I have
model?
sex with that guy?
Was he your model arch enemy? You know, like you were always overshadowing a model by that name, and he's like your secret arch enemy.
Is that
And
the
like
one who
this
made
all this
Blue
whole
Steel?
campaign, is this model who you outshined, and he's out to get revenge.
Okay, so that's all I'll give you on that. Your next topic of research.
Okay. Our enemies, the people that we've been fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like what might they be up to? Obviously, they're pulling in like demons from like the infernal planes. And we were hold on. Who was? I wrote it down. I just need to find it in my note. The Shia LaBeouf that we fought.
Clovis Bray.
Clovis, exactly.
Mhm.
There it is. Clovis Bray.
And oh no, wait, that'd be metagaming. No.
Oh, I called him the creepy Valdo guy from the mirror. Because I was thinking of Soul Calibur.
Yep, that's pretty good.
But like, so any additional information we have on them and any potential plans they may have?
Let's think here.
Like what their motivation might be. And again, I'm also willing to like post this to my patrons.
Mhm.
Like any information that might be beneficial is always appreciated. Like whether this is research or something that they can like tune me in on.
What kind of a check would this be to put puzzle pieces together and give you a clue as to the
Investigation.
brand?
I mean, if it's something that can't happen, then it's something that can't happen.
No. It's just I want it to be possible, but very, very difficult. Michelle's calling me.
I think it'd be.
Give me a minute.
Of course.
You owe your patron a pie, remember?
Yep. I already know that, and he's a patient man. What time doesn't really mean
I
that
think
much
the
to
insight
him.
or perception.
I'm guessing that this may be the phone call where Fuzzy may have to leave to go pick up Michelle, because he did mention that's a possibility.
Okay.
So that may be the end of session.
Oh well. I could always just message him.
I feel like we got a lot of stuff done this session, so.
Not the end of session.
Awesome.
Michelle did not end up going to the bar, so she was just calling me to let me know that she is on her way home.
Okay.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So what was the question?
The question was about our enemies, piecing puzzles together.
Yeah.
What would I need to roll for that? History?
No, it's
Investigation?
not. Maybe
I think
insight.
Insight or perception. Yeah.
I think insight.
You think insight?
I think insight.
Yeah, trying to
Okay.
see battle plans.
So knowing that wisdom isn't my strongest suit, I am going to cast my one a day. Oh wait, it's not my one a day. I'm just going to cast the spell on myself.
Okay.
Where did I put it? I picked it specifically for this type of reason.
The contingency spell.
Borrowed knowledge. Boom.
Nice. Okay.
I love that. I haven't used it in a while, but it is very useful. So I'm just going to give myself proficiency in that for a moment. You said insight?
Yep.
Okay. Does this count as advantage with Xanathars?
No.
It's Arcana and religion, right?
Arcana and history.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. I'm going to roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh.
Guidance.
7. Any other buffs?
No. Not right now.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. I don't know if I can have any other buffs, just stuff for my spell DC.
Okay.
Hold on, just... No, I guess that's it.
Okay, 27 isn't quite high enough, but I will give you this.
Okay.
With all of the difficulty that the cult has gone through in general, they've tried to destabilize governments across the world, rack in a shitload of money, take control of the blood of powerful entities, and have now shattered an extra-dimensional, basically, interplanar firewall around the prime material. So what you've got with that information is that whatever they have planned definitely involves something from an alternate plane of existence. And with a 27, that's all I can give you.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yep. You recall that the goal of the cult is to awaken the heart in quotation marks, and it involves something extraplanar.
Okay. Okay, and the last little bit of research that I would like to do is going to be just what should I know about where we're going? Should I be concerned? I have a list of grievances. If this place is going to be a land of gods or deities or anything like that, I have a list of grievances I would like to share. Sal's lived for a long time, and he's made a list of things that, like, if I ever meet the person in charge, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind.
Okay, make me an investigation check with advantage.
Rathel, was there a reason you did all those dice?
All right, another 27 investigation. We're going to take a quick, 5 to 10 minute break to use the bathroom, grab a drink, yada, 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 and then we will get to the results of that and then continue from there for a little while.
Okay, and after that, I just would like to do a little bit of dragon time and maybe some shopping.
Okay.
But I could always like just message you what I would like to buy, and we can do that off the clock if necessary.
Hey guys,
bug resisting.
buzzing.
What were you gonna say, Dawn?
I'm gonna be going to bed. I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I have
Yeesh.
adopted
Feel that.
several baby dragons.
Have a good
Thank you
night.
very much.
Yep, you have a good night,
Have a
Bug.
good
Get some
night.
rest.
You know,
My wife
you-
heard me say. My wife. Good night. By the way, I'm so sorry. My wife heard me say I would like some dragon time. She goes, "Who are you trying to hook up with in your game?" It is dragon time in
Lol.
quotation
there are
marks.
creatures called dragonborns. He's cheating on you.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here, folks. Now we are going to commercial break. This presentation is sponsored by the Sunny Lion. Do you need something to stab people with? They got you covered.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
You stab him, we slap him.
All right. I am going to go grab beverages and all that fun stuff.
And about. Has everyone returned from their break?
I mean, I'm here.
I'm here still.
Oh yeah,
I didn't really
Yeah.
leave, so to
brother
speak.
of mine. Did you see that clip I posted in D&D General?
No, wait, for Helsing?
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys seen
Yep,
Hellsing
I did.
Ultimate Abridged?
I haven't seen all of it, but
Yes.
I've definitely
That's the
seen
first one I thought of.
It's one
what
of the
is it?
funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life.
I've seen the scene with what's it? Walter Dornitz. I shine the shoes, I clean I'm trying to find that one clip where he's like he says he's a butler and
Uh-huh.
he's just like I take out
And
the trash.
occasionally, I take out the trash.
God, I love that series.
Have you seen Ultimate Abridged?
Oh,
Asterion?
yeah.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Yeah.
So goddamn funny.
Like the Team 4-Star was fantastic. I feel like I
Mm-hmm.
understand their justification of not like stopping those types of videos, but it still kills me.
Mm-hmm. Achievement Hunter's dead. Team 4 Stars basically done with like some of their shit. Like a whole, we're watching the transition of one era into another.
I mean, who was it? Game Theory is over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Matt Pat's gone.
E3 is done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Please stop. I feel old.
I know. All right, so back to D&D.
So,
A
what's
question
his
about
name? Asterion was
Celestia with a
talking about stuff.
27 investigation. So, Celestia is called the Seven Heavens of Celestia, or the Seven Mountains of Celestia, albeit it is only a single mountain that stretches basically infinitely upwards. Consists of 7 planes stacked on top of each other that you can only reach via special permission or achieving some form of spiritual enlightenment from one layer of the heavens to the next, with the ultimate goal of reaching perfection, like spiritual perfection, of lawful goodness, mind you. I'm not going to give you what exists at the 7th layer with the 27
No, that
investigation.
makes perfect sense.
Um, when you first arrive in Celestia from the astral plane, you it akin to a baptism. You arise through a sea of holy water, uh,
It's
which you
as I
then.
told you, Fuzzy.
Mhm.
That one example you said I made reference to Dante's Inferno, and you said it was like purgatory.
Yeah,
Is
you
you said
rise
that
up.
was
It is similar because there's a giant mountain, a single mountain that you ascend. But you rise up through a sea of beautiful holy water to Lumia, the silver heaven. The first of which is basically a giant coastal area around the base of the mountain with several other islands scattered throughout the plain, along with 3 mountains, each attached to one of the triad Tyr, Torm, and Ilmater.
Oh, we're here.
Yes.
So wait, we've arrived in Celestia, is what you said?
No, this is what happens when you arrive in Celestia.
It's what we can
Oh, okay.
expect.
Yeah, he's
It's
getting
what we can
information.
expect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess this is what Asterion knows, not what we know.
This is correct.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yep. It is the realm of Solars, angels, archons, exarchs, some of the gods. Bahamut's fortress, his platinum palace, exists simultaneously on the first 4 layers of the 7 heavens, which no one knows how he does it. And while it's swept along by the winds in Celestia, uh, the there are gates to. I need to look up the Great Wheel cosmology real quick to see what planes it's
Okay.
next to. Oh, not 5e. This is 3-5 Great Wheel. Or just Great Wheel cosmology. Alright. There you can find planes to both Arcadia and Bitopia here on the first layer, as well as the Concordant Outlands. The mountain can be ascended from one layer to the next. Like I said, this is the pinnacle of lawful goodness in the universe. What other kind of information are you looking for?
Do I have to be concerned with the fact that I have allied myself with undead? In my eyes, they are benevolent, peaceful, chill dudes who are just going about their day, and like lawful good guys might not might just go arg undead evil, which is pretty funny seeing as the gods have done some messed up stuff in the name of lawful good, but I'll get into that when I meet them face to face.
You don't know if you're going to be okay.
Ooh,
Because
ooh, a surprise.
yeah, because
I haven't had one of those in a while.
There is precedence of like devils or demons being on the entering Celestia as well, but normally that ends in bloodshed.
If I remember correctly, I once disguised myself as a normal human man with a fake hair. Yes, I might just have to re-doff my disguise of Dr. Hugh Man. Just a turtle wearing clothes and a wig, and he's just Hugh Man. Okay. Good to know, but also surprises are cool. So after that research time, like I wanted to spend a little time with the dragons, like especially now that the fighting has come home, so to speak. I need to make sure that they're capable of defending themselves or getting word out to me if they are in any sort of danger. So basically, I'd like to engage them in a little bit of socialization, some playtime, some training in the form of playtime, chasing things, breath weapons, and I would like to go do some shopping for some supplies, and any remaining money I'd like to put in towards their horde to power them up.
Okay. You do notice from actually horde sizes have been adjusted previously. Everything is at least the juvenile the juvenile stage, and Ephrodite is at the adult stage. Including Asgarath, which has now become roughly the size of the barracks for the entire city.
So Asgarath is a juvenile or an adult?
Juvenile. And he is the size of a large section of the city. Probably, I don't know, I'd say maybe 500 feet long, heads to tail.
Okay.
Standing, 150-foot high with all of its heads like stretched out.
That's an adolescent.
That's a juvenile.
Juvenile.
Oh.
He is an 8-headed dragon. I mean, he's going to be a little different. 9-headed. Yeah. Wait. Did we actually say? I thought we.
It's 9. I promise you.
Oh, okay. I thought because there was one. We missed one head though. Like I think I did the math. I'm like, aren't we brass? You took away brass.
Yeah.
Okay. And how big is the Jorgi? You my little Jorgen minder. The red of mine.
Noodle or
no, because I had a red dragon, Asgarath, Jorgen I named him after the world sorcerer.
That's right.
Georgie.
I needed to rename Buck Charizard because that's what it was named previously, just as a placeholder.
So he's a. You said how big is he?
He is juvenile.
Juvenile as well.
Yep.
But they're getting along okay.
Large sized.
Okay. Good. I want my adopted children to be getting along well. So yeah, I've got the red. I got Georgie, Asgarath, and Noodle. Obviously, Noodle's been going through his own changes, but he's still he's the big brother, but he's the smallest. But okay, yeah. So I basically want to engage in like a little bit of I guess physical training on a 500-foot dragon is with 9 heads, capable of doing massive breath weapons, is silly.
But he spends a lot of his time actually meditating.
Okay. And how are you lot doing? Are you settling into your? You might have noticed that your body going through some changes. If you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to ask. I know you might see me as you might see me as that old fogey, but I can be hip sometimes too. Finger guns.
Eye roll.
Like 9 consecutive eye rolls, all at once, or does like it sort of go like a wave?
It's like a
wave. Starts to roll. Do they smile when they do it too, because they know their daddy loves them?
Some of them do.
Well, the non-cindery ones do.
All right. Is there anything they need? Is there anything you do need? Things have been getting more and more dangerous around here, and more than anything, I just want to make sure that you can take care of yourself if need be. If I might not be around to help you in one way or another.
With the arrogance of any dragon, I think
a teenage dragon.
I think we'll be okay. And then the teenage dragon looks at Asgarath. I think we'll be okay.
I think you will too, but well,
Thank you, buddy.
a parent will never stop worrying. And with that, I'm going to go off and do some shopping. There's a few simple items that I just want to know if you'd be comfortable with me picking up.
A few
So
simple items, you say?
Huh?
A few simple items, you say?
Is this feeling as simple as a spool of wire?
Are you familiar with mind crystals?
No.
It should be a wondrous uncommon magic item. Oh wait, no, the one I'm looking for is a wondrous common magic item, so I don't know if that would be. I don't like wondrous, so I assume really hard to find. But the whole
stone? Okay.
mind crystal. Basically, they are crystallized metamagics that single use.
Oh, interesting.
When you cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action while holding a mind crystal, you can modify the spell in a specific way that has the effect described below. You can only use a single mind crystal to modify the spell, and you can't use the mind crystal and the metamagic option at the same spell. Once you use a mind crystal, it becomes non-magical gem worth 50 GP.
Which one were you looking for?
Looking for a couple subtles, actually. We've come across a few instances where subtle casting, I think, is useful. And while I do have the metamagic adept, I don't want to spend my limited amount of metamagic on that.
Considering subtle ones are common, I'd probably say 500 gold pieces apiece.
500 apiece? Okay. Let's go with 3, a nice even number that I can keep track of. Three, so minus 150. I'll take everything away once I do my shopping.
Okay.
I'm also curious about. I don't know if I already have caltrops. I remember I bought caltrops a while back and have not had it. I've had chances to use it. I just keep forgetting to. How much is a vial of acid? Like, we've definitely had a few instances where, like, we could affect the terrain to our advantage, and I have not, like, had a spell available or was willing to spend a spell slot on it.
25 gold pieces.
What was that?
25 gold pieces.
Each?
Yes.
Okay. So 25 gold pieces, let's just do... Let's just do 2. Let's do 8. Just for nice even numbers for 200 gold. And oh, what was it called? I'm looking for something called a clockwork amulet.
Clockwork amulet.
I
Again,
asked you about this in the past, Fuzzy. You already said no on that.
Okay, I thought it sounded familiar, but I wasn't sure. Okay, a copper amulet contains tiny interlocking gears and is powered by magic from Mechanus. Creature that puts in your that's just flavor. When you make an attack roll while wearing this amulet, you can forego rolling the d20 to get a 10 on the die. Once used, this can't be used until the next dawn.
Yeah, I don't know
so
why
basically, it's just taking a 10 on a strike.
Yeah, I don't know why I would have said no to this.
Hang on, I may be confusing that with something else.
Yeah, because you asked me for something that was part of
a set
like
of something, clockwork
like
something.
the astrolabe or something like that.
Yeah.
No.
I've basically been trying to like spec my character to do like a bunch of rerolls, and this is again just a hey, I didn't I don't know how this is gonna. Oh,
Yeah, 1,500
when you
gold
make
pieces.
1,500.
Yep.
Okay. Clockwork amulet, and I don't believe it, and it doesn't. And that's the thing. I'm running out of attunement spots, so I want to make sure that I've done a lot of good work with just random stuff that I'm like, this might be fun. All right, clockwork amulet. Oh crud. Now this one, I don't know if it's gonna fly, but I want to run it past you. While I am doing my perusing, while I'm doing my haggling, like I see in a dark corner of like this stall what looks like a deck of cards.
Nope.
And I go, ooh, I think I'd like to draw one card, and it's a deck of illusions.
Ah, deck of illusions. That maybe.
Yeah. Yep. I thought I might get your like. I want something. I think that appeals to the chaos of Sal while also being, not something that's going to kill the party. This was more of a less than like I have a distinct plan for it, but I was looking for like magic items. I'm like, this might just be fun. Like I'm willing to roll like if it's even a possibility.
4,500 gold.
4,500. Okay, so let's see. How much gold do we had? Like 60,000.
60, yeah.
Okay. So yes, I will. If it's an option, that sounds like too much fun not to do. And I do not want to bother Knock in his craze. Like I think like it would be.
Hey, I'm asleep right now getting a cat nap, so you can totally wake me up. I won't stop you. I think it'd be funny.
DM, would it be fair to say like we are all aware of Knock like burning the candle at both ends and going kind of Sal would not. Sal would not be like, oh, I could use some more runes, but he needs his
You've seen
like,
it happening in passing.
Yeah, I am not going to interrupt him.
Come on, please wake me up. I want to see if the caffeine's wore off or not.
Also, so I saw this magic item, brooch of shielding. Just something to
up your AC.
I'm trying to find up not my AC actually. Wearing this brooch, you have resistance of force damage and immunity to damage from magic missile. It's again, I'm trying to find things that I can attune with the spaces I have left. But my question, it's a brooch, and I think I currently have something neck level. Let's see here. I already have my dark shard amulet as my throat item.
What does that do off the top of my head?
The dark shard amulet that lets me use any. Here I've got the description here. Where'd it go? It was here. Basically, it lets me use any. It's a warlock only item. It lets me use any cantrip. Like I have my selected cantrips, but I could use any other cantrip if I make a DC like Arcana check
that's
first.
handy. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was basically another way for me to get
it's the
more
head of
spells without
wizardry,
getting.
but for warlocks.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. That's. Yeah. No.
So like, could I like retrofit like that brooch of shielding as like a headdress or like a circlet or something like that? If it's even like I know you've been making, been very willing to deal with my BS tonight, so I appreciate that.
I imagine a circlet of shielding would be reasonable.
the brooch, like a circlet of shielding.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, it's an uncommon wondrous item, so I don't know what that would mean for me.
Uncommon. Wondrous. Ooh. Wondrous. Uncommon.
Or anything else that would get me some sort of resistances, like especially after I lost my tattoo. Like I'm trying to find ways to bolster myself essentially.
Force damage. Magic missile. Price tag. 8K.
8K even?
Yep, 8K even.
And how much would I need to power up my dragons further?
Which one?
Are they both about the same level at this point, seeing as they're both juveniles?
Yes.
Then, well, how much for Askarath?
100K.
100K for Askarath. And for Georgie?
50.
50K. And I'm gonna hold off on the brooch then for the time being.
Okay.
Just because that's a. How much did you say it was going to be again? 8,000.
Yes.
Actually, hold on 1 second. Let me do the math. And I apologize for everyone for turning this into math central here.
You waited for them to do their things. It's only fair. I'm
How
the only
much
one that
money
gets to talk all night.
Just wanna. Ah, damn it. If plus if I spend the 5,000, if I spend the 8,000 on it, I end up with 51,000 gold remaining.
That's beautiful.
That's it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Okay, 8,000 gold, and I have 50,000 gold left, so I'll add it to Georgie's hoard.
Okay, Georgie's gonna level up basically to an adult dragon.
I don't want Georgie to have middle child syndrome, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So what would his hoard have to be to level him up further? 100K now?
100K now, yeah.
Not cumulative. We're talking an additional 100K.
An additional 100K, correct.
Okay, so I've got 1,003 gold remaining. Okay. All right, and that is a wondrous item. Okay, there is one last thing I want to do with the party, and that is I have been sitting on this Eldritch Invocation that lets whoever drops to 0 hit points not drop to 0 hit points.
I think you already have us in your black book because I remember you distinctly mentioning something like that.
So I got this ability before we split the party for several months, and then the people who I gave it to were at a different party, and then we came back, and I know a lot of people have dropped to 0 hit points who probably should have been benefiting from this ability. I just want to get it out there right now. I can do up to my proficiency modifier. So myself and 4 other people. Who are those 4 people going to be?
I actually have that written down on my bio, so I should have that already.
Perfect.
Are you in Aphrodite's character sheet right now?
Yes.
Okay. Are you typing something?
No.
Okay, thank you. I'm just copy pasting right now.
Well, as the party medic, I guess I volunteer? Question mark. What exactly is this? I don't understand.
Okay, so let me just read it off here. So one of my Eldritch invocations, because I'm a tome warlock, is Gift of the Protectors. A new page in his book appears in my Book of Shadows, and with your permission, a creature can use its action to write its name on that page, which contain a number of names equal to your proficiency bonus. When any creature whose name is on the page is reduced to 0 hit points, but not killed outright, the creature magically drops to 1 hit point instead. Once the magic is triggered, no creature can benefit from it until you finish a long rest. I had Sal, Nock, and Cade on it previously. Those are the ones I know for a fact.
Okay. So then my question about that is: do you have to rewrite your name in it after it's used, or is it just until next long rest that you can use it again?
I would have long rest.
It
So
say anything about erasing the name. So
no. However, I do believe, I paraphrased that on my thing just because I was, writing it by hand. But protector, where is it? I do believe it does say something about erasing names. Let's see, that was called the Gift of the Protectors. Let me just find it real quick, and I'll read it right off of the website here. As an action, you can magically erase a name on the page by touching it. So, like, I can erase the names if I say, okay, that person's gone. It's not a permanent thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it just means that you can. What I was wondering was, so if you use it, or if it gets used, it doesn't erase the name. You just have to wait for a long rest or for the next dawn, right? Okay,
Exactly.
That's where I got confused. Well then, Ethan humbly volunteers to receive this protection.
Okay, Ethan.
And the reason why is because as soon as he hits that one hit point, he's gonna book the fuck out and heal, and try and heal others. Because assumedly, we're in deep shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I volunteered to remove my name so you can put Scion's name on there because it definitely needs to be in there.
Okay.
Well,
So
you'd
we'll
have
put
to find me on. Wait, do I have to be nearby or not?
Well, let's just say like we pull this off like when we're all together, because like I just want to get it out there now while we're like I don't want it to take up like role play time because we've already discussed this. I just want to, does everyone agree like Bryn should probably be on there as well?
Probably.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes perfect sense to keep her up as much as possible.
Yep.
Okay, so
since no one's like really volunteering, you could just really just choose, right?
It should be what now?
I said since it doesn't sound like we're really volunteering for it, you could probably just choose the last one, you know?
I'll stick with Knock then because like me, like Sal and Knock have been hanging around a lot and just beneficial, like just beneficial to have. Okay, if anyone does change their mind though, but that's 5 people, 4 people plus myself, and that goes up with my proficiency too. So I'll try and remember to be like, okay, who's next?
Gotcha.
Okay, and that is going to be it for me.
Well, you gonna roleplay that one scene, the info you were gonna share?
Yes. Sure. Look at this.
Would I be awake by this point, Fuzzy, or am I still
for sure.
nap?
Have we gotten that far in like terms of time as that time has passed? I mean,
We have.
Okay, cool.
This is towards the end of the week.
Okay.
Georgie should be updated. Oh, I forgot to mention he's immune to fire damage.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. All right.
What's going on, Salvatore?
So we open. So it's like, allow me to tell you an amazing story that I've discovered on my treks and studies of this great city. I went on the most amazing shopping trip. Look at my haul. Also, I think I might have. Okay, fine. I'll tell you about like the dark mysteries I've unraveled while we're at it. So we're basically trying to. I just want to be sure, knowing that Celestia is home to multiple like planar ways to get in and out of the different planes, that we want to keep a firm eye on that. Our enemies have definitely been doing some extra planar shenanigans, and I think those might like once we get there, who's ever doing the talking might want to make sure that those are well taken care of. Also, oh, son of a. If we could all just make sure that Celestia itself doesn't catch on fire while we're there, that would be great. I have a feeling that might be an actual thing we should be concerned about.
I mean, Celestia. If gods can't handle it, I think we got bigger problems.
Have you
know
seen? Have you seen the prime plane? Have you seen how the gods, and I quote, handle things?
I just want to ask, in character, how the hell are we supposed to prevent a mountain range from going on fire? Not to mention a supernatural mountain range.
Based on the way that people keep kind of pulling one over on us, like we're pretty good about like catching them in the act of trying to destroy us, but I think might be able to be beneficial if we're more proactive in this regard. Everywhere we've been lately has had some sort of betrayal or person in disguise. Like we've had people within the city's own government. We've had a Bryn sister, the kidnapping princes and replacing them with simulacrums. There's a lot of subterfuge here. I think we need to find someone who doesn't belong and go from there, or at least like talk to somebody who we can trust to pay attention to anything outside of the ordinary.
So, in short, pull at the thread until the tapestry unravels.
I mean, it's worked for us so far. I just like to be able to get this done without a bunch of us going down first. Like, literally, we started this mission with like the knowledge that stuff was like with portents of the future about to go down, and they've all come true. And when I think Mountain on Fire, this is a prime example.
I
I
agree.
mean,
When I think of what you just explained to us, I think I can only think of that mountain. Said the heavens will weep.
But like, was it when Mountain? Hold on, I got this one. I have it this time. I figured heaven's weeping were Saloon's tears. The heaven shooting stars falling from the sky.
let her cry all she wants.
Yeah,
Who
but
cares?
but like when mountains burn, that's like I'm always prepared for the gotcha moment. Like it was some sort of like something insignificant or some guy named Mountain who was going to be the primary hero of this journey being set on fire. I'll be paying attention closely to that. None of you have a middle name of Mountain, do you?
Nope,
No.
not that I know of.
None of you are
My
named
middle
like
name could loosely translate to something large, but no.
none of you have like a secret name like Fuji or Olympus or anything like that.
Everest.
Nope.
Okay, so I won't worry about any of you catching fire.
I mean, theoretically, what if it's not a name, but like a title? Like someone is the mountain.
That too.
Or someone is. Sorry, I'm out of character. I'm trying to form my words because I'm like hungry. Sorry, a title or like someone is known for their mountainous stature.
Then yes, that too. You find someone like that, you stick to them like glue.
Um, out of character, how tall, how big is Sal? He's a turtle, right?
Yes, he's a turtle.
He is a turtle.
When he's all hunched up, like he's about like standard human size, a little over 5 feet. But when he stretches his neck out, he's probably a little over. He's over 6.
Ethan's gonna sarcastically like latch his arm onto your shoulder. He's like, I found my mountain.
Hey, Salvatore, I gotta ask. So, is there anything about Celestia we gotta know about? Like, I'm assuming it's not exactly just we walk in and they let us in, right?
I for this there was a lot of like lore stuff that I couldn't write down like all at once. So DM, I will be asking you to like repeat it at some point so I can write it down. But other than that, I'm going to do the tried and true method of just beaming what I found into your heads. I suppose we should. All I know is that we get into the city through baptizing water. We travel up the mountains through like means of we travel up the mountain through means of knowledge, wisdom, internal spiritual enlightenment.
Wait, spiritual enlightenment? What do you mean by that?
Do you have any dark, sinister secrets that you're keeping that like you should probably unburden yourself with before we go? Because then I put a hand on his shoulder. I'm always willing to talk. I've got some juicy ones myself if you want to swap.
Buddy, I have some, but let's just say I can't exactly talk about them, even if you were to skin me alive. Let's just put it that way.
And I lean in. I lean in close and whisper so that only you can hear. I remember my darkest day. One of my darkest, most shameful secrets. I was at a restaurant, and the waiter came up and asked how I was doing. And after I said good, she said, "Enjoy your meal." And without thinking, I said, "You
You
too."
too.
And she walked away before I could correct myself. I still have nightmares of that day.
Jeez. But, well, I can tell you, spiritual enlightenment, if I gotta give up secrets, I can tell you already. Might as well sit back here and just wait for you guys, because that ain't gonna happen.
Right, as long as you keep eyes on the mountain, I think we'll be fine.
So we gotta achieve this spiritual enlightenment, you say, right?
I suppose. I have no idea if this is some sort of like. I haven't really spent too much time around celestial beings so much. Like, they tend to be a bit hard asses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuzzy, may I roll a history check? And with my knowledge of the monks of Shadow, who are monks usually devoted to Shar, would they have other ways of obtaining spiritual enlightenment aside from the standard starve themselves and meditate to death?
Perhaps.
AKA asceticism.
Ooh, locking themselves in a wall.
Well, could I roll a history check to see what I would know about that?
Sure.
I think that'd be a religion, wouldn't it?
Or would it be religion? What kind of check you want, Fuzzy?
Well, it depends on what kind of information you're looking for.
So we're talking mainly about spiritual enlightenment, but I know that being a follower of Shar, the monks who take in the Shadow subclass, usually there's a monastic order dedicated to Shar, and I'm wondering if there's any of their teachings I would know about for getting spiritual enlightenment or something like that.
Here's a question for you. Is the spiritual enlightenment you're seeking the same kind of spiritual enlightenment the Celestia seeks for you?
And there's multiple types of different spiritual enlightenment, so there's that too.
I guess I will ask Salvatore. This is an interesting question to bring up. Hey, Salvatore, I gotta ask you, when you were doing research on Celestia, did it say it had to be a spiritual enlightenment or just any spiritual enlightenment? Because, I mean, it's kind of open ended, for a craftsman like myself, it could be creating that magnum opus, that pinnacle piece of art or weapon in my case. And that's spiritual enlightenment. To say, my brother over there, that might be completing a 3-day surgery with perfect results or something, For Cade, I don't know, maybe getting a harem, I don't know.
For all I know, part of your enlightenment might be having these types of wants and desires and letting them go, acknowledging that maybe they aren't important. Like, those celestial types are always like all for that, oh, you're better than what you want type stuff. Like, I like I feel like a pretty enlightened. I've been around a while. I feel like a pretty enlightened turtle. I try to take things as they come. I don't judge anyone for anything, unlike the gods. But sorry, I'm letting my bias show. That's not very enlightened of me. I'm just saying, I haven't seen any undead who have had any who haven't gone around turning themselves into swans to have their way with. Oh, I'm doing it again. But like I perhaps when we get there, we can find some sort of Sherpa or something to help explain it further.
Okay, now would I be able to roll a history to see if I know any teachings that those shadow monks would have, Fuzzy? Religion or history, maybe? In regards to their version of spiritual enlightenment.
I say religion for that.
With guidance.
An advantage, because Xanathar's.
No. Xanathar's doesn't give you advantage on religion.
Oh, okay.
Arcana and history.
Would I get advantage since I'm a follower of Shar?
Nope.
Okay. Let's go religion. It's a 9. What's that guidance you said?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, go ahead and roll that guidance real fast.
Oh, I gotta roll a d4.
All right, guys. I think
Thought it
I'm
was
gonna
0.
head to bed here.
Okay.
All right.
right.
Yep.
Good night.
Have a good night, dude. Sleep well.
It's a 1.
Oof, that's rough, buddy.
Here, let's get some information out of this. Make that a 17. Make that an 18 instead.
Okay.
17 plus 1.
It's an 18 plus 1, Fuzzy, because he used his portrait die.
17 plus 1. So
17 plus 1. 18 total.
Shar preaches a return to darkness, a return to nothingness.
Regression.
An absolute absence. An absolute absence.
Well,
clear your mind.
Well, it may not be the kind of spiritual enlightenment we're talking about, Salvatore, but I know the monks of Shadow, followers of Shar, for their version of spiritual enlightenment, they try to be formless, from what I understand. In my mom's teachings, it's all about a return to darkness, to, to be nothing, I guess. It's kind of hard to phrase it, but remember, Saloon and Shar, they fought each other, and one wanted no light, the absence of light. My mother, my so-called aunt, she wanted to have light, and I guess it was a question of to have light or no light. Well, we see we have light, but at the same time, it's more a return to absence. You can't feel pain or suffering or anger or anything. It's to just be formless or nothing. I don't know if that helps, or if that's the spiritual enlightenment they're looking for, but I mean,
Yeah.
one with the darkness, I guess.
I suppose we'll have to figure it out. And with that, I kind of go cross-legged, cross-legged meditative stance. And I go, perhaps if we just relax and I think besides, I might have a leg up on this, and I astral project from my body. I'm like, see, I've already got this going on, and I put a hand through people's chests, going, "Ooh, I'm getting corporeal." Fly around the room a little bit.
All right.
Fly.
Ethan
I guess
has been
I'll
following
give
this
it a
conversation
shot.
the entire time.
Nock is then going to sit cross-legged, like lotus position, like how us from Salvatore, close his eyes, rifle in hand, just be still, I guess. Do you want to check for this, Fuzzy, or anything like that?
I do not.
Okay.
Oh wait, can you do this too? Awesome. Wait, are we still talking in Undercommon here?
Yeah, I thought that's always implied. Only now telepathically, because I'm meditating.
Okay. I need to remember how far I can leave my body in this situation.
It is at about this time, on the 7th day you guys have been in the Astral Sea, that the culmination of the last week takes place. As the few days have gone by, you have noticed a higher concentration of illithid Nautilus ships and red dragons by the city, to the point where on the 6th day you see a Nautilus ship pass by 3 times in that single day. On the 7th day, they descend. And that's where we'll call it.
Fuck them up. I cast Raven Feeble